We should have the umpires coming out shortly for this all-important final. There they are, Chandrika Amarasinghe and Chamara Soisa. Chandrika Amarasinghe on the left of screen, Chamara Soisa on your right. The TV umpire is Renmo Martinez, and the match referee is the former Sri Lankan international Asoka De Silva. Right, we got the players coming out, the two openers coming out. It is going to be Robin Uthappa and Hamilton Masakadza. And that's for the Rajasthan Kings because they've been put into bat. The New York superstar strikers decided to field after they won the toss.
What's been so wonderful, and I've enjoyed as well as the viewers I'm sure have enjoyed, is the mix of all the different nations involved and players from all the different countries around the world, and world powerhouse players, as this man in screen, World Cup winners. And we've seen so many World Cup winners involved in this tournament, whether they're slightly younger or slightly older. The skill is so evident. They've never ever lost it. They might not have played for 10 years, but they've played it and turned it on in this tournament. And there he is, a man who has been absolutely phenomenal this trip. A strike rate of 223, best of 76. He hasn't gone to three figures. That's, if anything we can say, that's the only thing he hasn't done.
Absolutely. Huh? And what about his partner? Hamilton Masakadza from Zimbabwe, another very powerful striker. He's now been promoted to open the batting. He did bat in the middle order, and he's having a good strike rate as well. 173 runs, but the strike rate is very impressive, 153.6. So two fantastic teams. It's going to be a mouth-watering contest. Isuru Udana versus Robin Uthappa. That will be a very fine contest because both players have been very good. Isuru Udana has bowled with pace, a lot of skill, whilst Robin Uthappa, well, I think John said it all. All that he needs to achieve is three figures. He's done everything else.
And this man is a powerhouse as well. He's led the attack extremely well. He's shown his change of pace. He swings the ball back into the left-handers, and he's been a major threat to every team in this tournament. He's rested a couple of games before this just to try and be nice and fresh, and a lot of captains during this tournament have said they need to look after their seamers, and that has been a major concern for some teams where they've picked up a few injuries, and towards the end of the tournament they have to bowl the majority of spin. Robin Uthappa, funny enough, he used one seamer in a couple of his games, Goni, and the rest was just spin. So he's also relied on his spin through this tournament. Yeah,
the teams have had their own strategies. And this man has been referred to as left-arm medium fast. I think he's a little bit more than medium fast at this level. He's pretty slippery, I must say. He's a nasty bouncer. Hey. He's got a good slow ball, and here is the first ball. We are ready for the first ball of this grand final. New York superstar strikers winning the toss and fielding. Wide. And that's a wide to start with. Isuru Udana just sliding down the leg side as Rajasthan Kings put into bat. Gets their first runs.
Bit of swing there, so he won't be too perturbed about that. He just needs to get it on target early on. They've gone with an interesting field set. No fine leg and third man. They are both up in the ring. So interestingly enough, they've got a deep point and a deep square leg. So you can't really afford too much width either side.
Yes, he's got to be wicket to wicket here. Oh, that time outside the off stump. I thought I heard a sound. Robin Uthappa went hard at it, missed it. I just heard a sound here. Yes, there was a sound. There was a definite sound. But neither the bowler nor the keeper seemed to be excited. So it could be just me. Just me, maybe. Could be a creaky handle, that's true. That's four. Don't bowl there. Short fine leg inside the circle, so that's asking for trouble.
Interestingly enough, Udana dismissed Uthappa in their round-robin game. Third ball of the game caught behind. So the skipper will be aware of the threat here, absolutely. And this time swinging into those pads, and that's meat and drink to a player of his quality.
Yeah, he'll not miss on those. Robin Uthappa will feast on them every day of the week. But I'd like to see that expansion of his stroke play as the game progresses, as he goes deep into his innings, if he could go that far. 5 without loss of 2 balls. Rajasthan Kings punching down the ground. Just a single. Now, I told you I heard a sound, so let's try and listen to this as the ball passes the bat. Well, I certainly heard a sound. I'm wondering, John, whether you heard. Just take another look or another listen.
Strange that no one went up for that, really. Some players say their bat handle creaks or something, possibly. Could be an issue, but if there's any sound at all, I'm sure they'd absolutely clear their throats for sure.
Wait on.
At the moment, we've had 4 deliveries from Udana. Started off with a wide, but has pulled it back a bit. He's given a boundary, but 2 dots and a single. Do you reckon this is going to be a high-scoring final?
Certainly hope so. This over at the moment, already a boundary in it. I just find it interesting. Strikers, the only game they really have chased was against this side. Other than that, they've been batting first and putting on big scores. So real change in the final strategy.
That's into the gap. Might be cut off. It is cut off on the boundary. One of the quicker fielders, Asela Gunaratne. There is a man on the cover boundary, but Asela Gunaratne went around. I'm sure the umpire would want to take a look as to whether there was any trespassing.
Interesting this. This is a very, very poor delivery from him. He'll be really disappointed. Full toss, wide outside the off stump. But this work was impressive. Have a look at the left foot. It's in the air, so that looks really, really good work from him. Throwing himself around. Gunaratne. What a package he's been this tournament. Bat and ball, vital cog for the strikers.
Into the last ball. 8 runs off the over. Swing and a miss. Goes across the right-hander. 6 balls bowled out of the 90. 8 without loss. Well-balanced sides, but one might think that the New York strikers have a better all-round look about them. New York superstar strikers, that is. Rajasthan Kings depended a lot on the top order, but it's the middle order that has looked a little bit suspect. But the New York superstar strikers, they do have batting that can bat a little bit deep. They got Dan Christian. They also have Colin de Grandhomme. Udana can hold a bat. So over number 3 is going to be Jerome Taylor. He's bowling with a slip. Short third still, short fine. The 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle are 2 square fielders. A cover and a backward square leg, or a square leg, slightly backward. It's very similar to the first over. Robin Uthappa, the man on strike. So 8 without loss of the first 6 balls. Just reminding you, 90 balls an innings. 4 on the pads. Robin Uthappa accepts the gift.
It's been a bit of a loosener, that one. Just angling in. He normally gets some away swing, not on this occasion. And that has been helped on its way. Very, very comfortable stroke. And now he's got 2 boundaries, and this is a worry for the superstar strikers. With this man getting himself in, once he starts going, he is virtually impossible to stop. So they'll want to get in the right place. He's got a slip in position as well, so he needs to get that line right straight up front here.
If the New York superstar strikers want to stop one man, that has to be Robin Uthappa. Oh, this is huge. This is magnificent. It's gone all the way for 6. The first 2 deliveries has been dealt with severely.
The minute it starts angling in straight, I'm going to see you later. He just flicks it. Lovely little flamingo flick shot as he helps it on its way. No attempt to give it down. That's well over the boundary.
In fact, that's 6 number 24 for Robin Uthappa, and that is the most number of sixes, tells our statistician Farhan. So Jerome Taylor bowls outswing, but he's starting around that leg stump for some reason. Uthappa on strike. That's better. That's more like it, bowling more towards a tighter length on the off stump. The first two deliveries were poorly directed.
Singh Udana got some shape back in the first over, a couple of wides and a boundary, and then he's tended to push the ball across the right-hander.
Middle.
And so far now, Taylor also very straight, and he's not getting much swing as yet. But the most sixes in the tournament, he's way out in front. Chadwick Walton behind the stumps. He's watching him in action. He is in second position. And the Irishman, Kevin O'Brien from Sump Army, and Gurpreet Mann, who had the quickest 50 in the tournament.
That man in your picture, Chadwick Walton. Asking a question. I want to see what the umpire says. He got his foot across. Well, yes, that had to be off the bat, otherwise that was dead. He had got that foot across so much. Yes, I mean, had to be at least a feather. Otherwise, that was very close. A very good shout. So all eyes on Robin Uthappa, batting outside the crease. Tends to look to come down the pitch. Robin Uthappa a lot, looks to come at the bowler. Loves to make pace for himself, but Jerome Taylor is quite slippery. Oh no, this should be taken. This has to be taken. Rahul Sharma catches him. Jerome Taylor has that prize scalp. That was the wicket they were after. And Robin Uthappa walks off the field for the last time in the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024.
Rahul, the man who was under it, a short fine leg, a star scraper under it, and well positioned to get him. That is a huge wicket. Jerome Taylor, he's got a bit of a pasting this over, 12 runs off it, but he's got the big wicket. It doesn't matter what's gone before him. He's got Uthappa. He's gone for 16. Kings 20 for 1.
Ashley Nurse is the new batter coming in. Ashley Nurse didn't bat at number 3, if my memory serves me right. Kapu Gedara was the number 3, but he's coming here. He's got a good strike rate. Hasn't got much runs, Ashley Nurse, just 25 runs with a best of 19. But that strike rate, even though that sample size is small, he has scored them very quickly. Another look at Robin Uthappa. That ball bounced. That certainly was rushed him a bit. Hit, I think, the splice or a top edge, and a good catch by Rahul Sharma, who settled underneath it quite well as it went high to the night sky, but a good catch in the end. Now the fielders come in a little bit on the offside on the 30-yard circle. 3 men on the leg side inside the 30-yard circle. Square leg remains on the boundary. So is Point. Those are the 2 men outside the 30-yard circle. Oh, he swings straight away, gets off the mark, making his intentions clear. 12 balls done, or 2 overs. The Kings are 21 for 1. So Robin Uthappa has got 16 out of the 21, but he's back in the pavilion. That's a pretty strong batting lineup because it's just 90 balls. De Silva, Angelo Pereira, Trigo, those 3 can bat. They got Nurse now at 3 joining Masakadza. But it's important that the momentum gets continued. You don't play too many dot balls.
Left arm over.
You just don't get bogged down.
From that shot that Nurse played off the last over, you've got to think he's coming in to make the most of the first 24 balls, and that looks very clear. So he's been put up the order to really take on this new ball, and at the moment long off and deep square leg, so a change in the field.
Oh, swing and a miss. He's having an almighty swing at that. See, one thing that the Rajasthan Kings will have to be careful here, John, is that they don't have a long batting lineup. So Nurse is going hard. So they'll have to be careful about the wickets. They've lost their captain. That wouldn't have been the plan for sure. The plan would have been that Robin Uthappa bats deep and then sets the platform for the rest to follow. So you look at Trigo and then the rest. So it's actually up to Trigo that they'll be counting a lot on that batting lineup. Single.
Run!
Hit the stump and has gone away for an overthrow. Unfortunately, the fielding at mid-on, the throw came in from de Gronholm. Hit the stumps and ricocheted for another run. So Nurse, he comes back on strike. This is a bit unfortunate for a fielding team.
So I think I also need to add that Rajesh Bishnoi, he's got 4 first-class 100, 60, 20, 50. So he is a proper bat as well. 23 for 1 at the moment. Short ball, nicely worked behind square leg. This will be cut off. It's done well in the deep. Tell you what, the New York superstar strikers have got their fielders in the right places. They got Chamara Kapugedra, who's on the square leg boundary. Asela Gunaratne at deep cover. Two pretty fast movers.
Sri Lankans setting the bar high here for the fielders after this. Lovely little battles, a couple of West Indians. Taylor, now you think of Nurse. Walton behind the stumps. Lovely mix of international quality.
Ball gone very fast. 1 bounce for 4. He picked it up. Isuru Udana has that. He's got a well concealed slower ball, though this time Nurse saw it.
It was a lot slower, which made him check the shot and then come with another shot. The square leg fielder was back on the boundary and hit it well in front of square, so good attention paid to the field setting as well. Not just swinging with it, hitting it down the deep square leg's throat. Really well played stroke.
Yeah, Nurse making his intentions clear. Short ball, oh, that is hit with almighty power, and that's 6. That was a flat 6. Great sound of the ball going off the bat.
That is an unbelievable stroke. The power. This is the quick bumper. He fetched it. A lovely little swivel as he smashed this all the way. A flat 6. Hasn't gone hard at all.
So they got 14 runs in the over. That 6 have definitely spoiled a decent looking over by Isuru Udana, just conceding 8 runs, including a dot. Now he needs to finish well. He's still got 1 ball left. The Kings have gone up to galloped along to 35 for 1. That run rate. Now that shot is forcing the cover fielder to come in and mid on to go down to long on, and Isuru Udana now comes round the wicket. He was going over the wicket before, so slight change of angle. He's got that ring on the offside, saving 1. So no protection behind those fielders, so they'll have to be careful with the width here. Oh, he will be unhappy. He will be annoyed with himself. A dot to end the over. 18 balls, 35 for 1.
.35 for 1, 18 balls delivered, 3 overs, 90 balls per innings. Taylor looking for the Yorker. Good contest this. Jerome Taylor, high class fast bowler. Hamilton Masakadza and Ashley Nurse in extraordinary attack mode. He has, from the very first ball, where he smashed Jerome Taylor backward a square for one, and Taylor just stood there in complete disbelief in the middle of the pitch. It set the tone now for this innings for the Rajasthan Kings, put into bat by Yuvraj. Slower ball detected by Hamilton Masakadza. He waited for it.
A couple of matches leading up to this this final, the players have seemed a little bit lax. Not tonight. Everyone is really switched on here. Muscle down the ground.
He's hit this well. Well, Rajasthan's batting throughout the tournament, their strike rate is 191. It's the second best, only one side above them, and that's the side they're playing against now, New York Strikers. But their average of 40 is the best. Rajasthan's average is best, and I think you can look at Robin Uthappa for that. He's been prolific. Such a shame for them that he got out with that top edge tonight. Big component for the Rajasthan Kings.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of supporters of the Rajasthan Kings who probably feel the same way as you when Robin Uthappa got out, but I don't think we should be fooled that he is the sole performer within the side. There's been some wonderful batting performances within the 11.
Let's pick this up. 1, 2, 3 bounce 4.
This man's one of them. Hamilton Masakadza, a couple of half centuries to his name. He's been in good form. But there is absolutely no doubt that there is a message, there is a game plan up front here. The sending in of Ashley Nurse really gave it away, that they are looking to take it on.
Yeah, and just adding to what you've just said there, HD, Angelo Pereira, Peter Trigo, Chaturanga de Silva to come. Those three high-class power hitters, especially Angelo Pereira, and Peter Trigo can give it a pan as well.
Just where do you bowl now? I mean, that's not a short delivery, it's just the length. And the problem is you think, well, then I'll bowl a Yorker, and you get it wrong and you disappear down the ground for 4. A thankless task being a bowler within the power play.
Looking for that Yorker, and he squeezes it backward off square for 4. Jerome Taylor, hands on hips. How did it get there, he said.
Thankless task. He nails the Yorker. Maybe the line's a little bit wrong, but still Masakadza, that's fortunate.
Very quietly, this over has gone for 12. Well, Hamilton looks as if he's been drinking some strong coffee just before coming out, and I'm not sure what Ashley Nurse has been on, but they're both flashing at everything. And generally, Ashley Nurse has hit the middle of the bat. 47 on the board for the Kings. 23 balls have been delivered. Oh. Alvaro Peterson, he's done well there. Power play is done. Rajasthan Kings 47 for 1. Rajasthan Kings put into bat in this Legends Cricket Trophy final. End of the power play, 24 balls delivered. Rajasthan Kings 47 for 1. Robin Uthappa, the man who's gone. Good catch by Rahul Sharma off the bowling of Jerome Taylor, and now it's going to be Asela Gunaratne, who has had a very good tournament with the bat, with the ball. Outstanding fielder. We just learned tonight that he's in the army. So he's fit.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, he's got a box of tricks. Gunaratne, he just runs in from a few paces and he'll deliver a little leg break, an off break, a cutter. That's the leg break. Oh, he's just got a little bit of pad on that. This will be 4 leg byes. Oh no. Umpire has given runs. What do you reckon, HD?
I think he's played this really well. Does stray in line, just going down the leg side, and it's the old paddle. There is a man at 45, but Masakadza realizes that, and so paddles it finer.
Gunaratne's numbers through the tournament with the ball have been impressive. Catch it is the call, and it sails over Rahul Sharma for 6.
Yeah, when it came off the bat, you heard a shout of catch it, and for a moment Rahul Sharma thought, I'm in the game, but it just kept going. Not the biggest of boundaries here in the Palakele for this tournament. Around about 67 yards.
A stretch this time on the lap from Masakadza. Yeah, Gunaratne, 2 for 12, none for 26 off 18, 3 for 22, none for 10, none for 22, 1 for 6. So all his numbers add up to a very decent contribution for the New York strikers. Well, that's wide. Umpire. Hang on.
Oh, don't stop it, it's a single.
The umpire has signal wide, and I think that the bowler here, Gunaratne's got every right to contest this, because he's changed his decision. And actually, either hit the bat or the pads. A bit of humour out there, but Hamilton says, well, why not? Sorry, Ashley Nurse. Ooh, he has thrashed this. Oh dear, and it's gone straight through Rahul Sharma, who's damaged his knee here. You could see the turf, great big divot came out. 63 for 1, 5 overs bowled.
He looks okay, which is important because he's going to have to make a contribution when he gets asked to bowl. But the problem here is the way that he attempts to stop this ball. He gets the knee into the ground first, and it just sticks in the surface. And that can lead to some serious damage.
He could rip those ligaments apart. I don't like that technique. I never have. And I think to go down knee first, expecting to slide when you actually create a divot, is so dangerous.
Well, tough school that Yuvraj Singh leads here. He said, get up, because you're on. Rahul Sharma now introduced into the attack with his leg spinners. He's bowled the ball a little bit slower than what we've used to see Rahul Sharma bowl. It'll be interesting to see how he goes on this surface. 3rd day in a row that this pitch is being used, and it's held up very well for the batters.
You remember, HD, that horrific injury to the England bowler, the Welshman Simon Jones at the Gabba, playing in an Ashes series, and he fielded like that, put his knee in the turf, and it wrenched his knee. His knee came apart, and he was never ever the same. Bowled a pretty decent series after it, though. That has gone a long, long way. Masakadza His second six.
It's dragged down. And they're just too strong, these two fellas. They're not going to miss out. Margin for error, non-existent.
That's 4. That puts pressure on Rahul Sharma. It's the 50 partnership between these two. 53 from 21.
What's the line here? Not necessarily the length. There's just a touch of width, and Masakadza plays that brilliantly. Just chops down on it.
No run there. Yuvraj, the fielder.
I've been desperate to ask you when you told that story about Simon Jones, as a proud Welshman yourself. How does that sit with you when you say the England fast bowler from Wales?
Well, it is the England and Wales cricket board, but it's a silent W. And if you get me going on that subject, we'll never get off air. So I'll leave it there, HD, for the moment.
Keep going around.
There is just a bone of contention in some parts of Wales that Ireland is an international cricket side, full nation. Scotland plays international cricket, and Wales is part of the England cricket board but doesn't. Anyway, back to the Legends Cricket Trophy, where the Rajasthan Kings are motoring here. And it's the impetus provided by Ashley Nurse that has certainly rubbed off on Masakadza. Nurse is on strike.
Wait. More chance. Moving UV.
Or maybe it's because I'm a South African that I say some teams freeze when they get to a final, but but the Rajasthan Kings certainly haven't. Gee, they've come out guns blazing.
Going Rahul, keep going Rahul.
He's gone after this. My goodness, that is like a comet through the sky. It went up and a long, long way. 80 for 1, 6 overs gone.
Too full, but you still got to hit it, and Masakadza did exactly that. That's a biggie. That is a real big one. Everything behind that. Nurse.
At Nuwan Pradeep now. Didn't play in the last game. He's come into the side for this final. Every now and again you're going to bowl a ball like that, that's straight, good line, good length, and it demands respect, which it did from Masakadza. What a colossal blow that was from Ashley Nurse. As you said, HD, you've still got to hit it. Is there another word for hit? Smash, pulverize, pound. He's picking up length very easily, very quickly. Alvaro Peterson has saved the boundary. It strikes me here that Masakadza's just got... He's gone into overdrive and he's just looking to score off every ball.
Well, I think there's a trust. There's a trust within the batting lineup. They know they can go this hard because of what's to follow. I think some of the other sides have been a little bit concerned about what's to follow, so they haven't exposed the power play.
Oh, a little paddle, Jerome Taylor. They could get two here. He's got a good arm, but the misfield allows for the second.
Pace taken off, but still brave. Every time that stroke is played, I think of how brave you have to be to get your head into the line of the ball that low.
Good looking shot. This might have enough for four. It does. Hamilton Masakadza with the precision of a surgeon. He's dissecting this field with such power.
Well, we've seen a lot of hitting, pounding and pulverizing, but this is a stroke. He's timed that through mid-wicket for four.
Well, he wants a bit of chalk on the end of that. Rajasthan Kings have laid the foundation here for a big score, a big total, even with Robin Uthappa back in the dugout, because this man here, Ashley Nurse, has come out wired for electricity, wired for everything. The one Pradeep, who last played a one-day international here, January 2022 against Zimbabwe. Oh, hello, the ramp. And one bounce, four. They're scoring all around the park here in Pallekele. Kings 93 for one.
Everybody's getting hit. What will happen? What? I will only get hit.
So it's been a lightning effort from these two. They have smashed the ball to absolutely every part of this ground. At the moment, on this current projection, are going to get around 200. So that's a scary part, and for the first time we're going to see the skipper. He's going to roll the arm over. He's taking matters into his own hands here. They need wickets. Having a look at his T20 career, best of 4 for 29, and a really star-studded, stellar career he had. In absolutely all formats, to be honest, not just that format. And it's another flat battered stroke. We've seen, oh, he's missed it, and he's almost let it go for 4. Udana must have had his heart in the mouth for a second there.
But he recovered well. Pradeep. And we see this very often, isn't it, in this form of the game. T20, T10, you name it. We've seen a lot of wraps.
Keep going UV, keep going UV! Oh, yeah, UV!
And immediately he gets it right, Yuvraj. He hasn't walked up and bowled a few looseners. He's,
keep going V!
as we said, hasn't bowled in this competition, but he has suddenly got it right. Bowled a good length, just outside the off stump and pushing it through, nice and quick.
Oh,
Once again, when he's tried to hit it off the back foot over extra cover. That shot, and Nurse now 2 dot balls, and it's some effort bowling dot balls to him at the moment in this mood. That's a straight stroke. Really wonderfully straight. Couldn't hit it any straighter, and that is the best place to hit it. The other shots he's tried to hit elsewhere and failed, and this one hits it beautifully.
It's the length. It's the length. This time, Yuvraj pushing a little bit effort, getting into length, and away she went.
Oh, another heave to the onside, and Nurse almost trying to just hit it too hard at this point.
Through the kitchen sink at that. This is a section of the crowd that's coming to watch this final.
Not hitting any real. Ball in, UV! Ball in,
Just like
UV!
Nurse does, just heaves it on the onside. So really a great set of 6 deliveries. Only 7 off Singh's over. 100 for 1. So after 48 deliveries, there's always time for a strategic timeout. Say that again. Yeah. I'll just say Ayushi. Yeah. So, welcome back after the strategic timeout. Lovely view this evening, but now we're going to go downstairs to Ayushi. Let's see who she's with.
थैंक यू सो मच गाइस। इसी शानदार पारी के बीच हमारे साथ जुड़ चुकी है बहुत ही खूबसूरत अदाकारा कायनात अरोड़ा। सबसे पहले तो आपका स्वागत है कैंडी में, पलेकेले स्टेडियम में। कैंडी में आपका समय कैसे बीत रहा है?
वेल, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी। एंड कैंडी में क्या, मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। श्रीलंका में घुसते सारी ऐसा लगा कि आप जस्ट कम बैक होम। मैं बहुत अर्जे के बाद यहाँ आई हूँ। इनफैक्ट लास्ट में जब श्रीलंका आई थी आई वाज इन कोलंबो, बट कैंडी में आके ऐसा लग रहा है कि आई होप कि पूरा इंडिया इतना ही ग्रीन होता। और यहाँ की ग्रीनरी, यहाँ की सीनिक ब्यूटी और यहाँ की वाइब्स, यहाँ की हवा में कुछ अलग सी एक एनर्जी है। एंड इवन द स्टेडियम इज सो नाइस। द वाइब्स ऑफ श्रीलंकन पीपल एंड द लोकलाइट्स इज आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड।
लंबे अर्जे के बाद आपने कहा आप यहाँ पर आए हैं, लेकिन दस्तूर बहुत ही शानदार है। फाइनल्स हम देख रहे हैं, लेजेंड्स यहाँ पर आपस में भिड़ते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। आप किसको रूट कर रहे हैं, किसके लिए रूट कर रहे हैं?
अगर मैं किसी एक का नाम लूँगी तो बहुत खराब हो जाएगा, लेकिन लेना तो पड़ेगा ही। My favorite is Yuvraj Singh, without any doubt. He's an old friend, and we know each other since a long time. And the last time I saw him playing and winning for the India was World Cup 2011,
right,
at Wankhede Stadium. So that was a huge hit, and of course Yuvi did incredible even in that. So yeah, I'm vouching for Yuvraj Singh tonight, but I'm vouching for the entire league also.
थैंक यू सो मच। हमने आपको कॉमेडी मूवीज करते हुए देखा है, एक्शन थ्रिलर करते हुए देखा है। स्पोर्ट्स से रिलेटेड कोई मूवी में क्या आप आने वाले समय में नजर आने वाली हैं?
Why not? It will be an honor to maybe do a biopic on some sports person or some legendary sports person who has done some achievement in life and made a history. अब मैरी कॉम जैसे थी,
राइट,
तो ऐसी फिल्में बननी चाहिए। और जैसे प्रियंका चोपड़ा ने किरदार निभाया था, तो ऐसी फिल्में बहुत अच्छी लगती है मुझे। इवन भाग मिल्खा भाग,
राइट,
was also a very good story where फरहान अख्तर had done an incredible job. तो ऐसी चीज़ें मैं ना बचपन से ही स्पोर्ट्स बहुत पसंद करती थी. मैं बास्केटबॉल खेलती थी, बैडमिंटन खेलती थी और मुझे स्पोर्ट्स का बहुत शौक रहा है बचपन से. तो क्यों नहीं? तो वो कहते हैं ना जो बचपन में बच्चे स्पोर्ट्स खेलते हैं तो वो आपके जीन्स, आपका बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर है, it becomes like a sports person. So I think I'm more of a sporty.
तो हो सकता है बास्केटबॉल के बाद हमें मूवीज में कायनात क्रिकेट खेलती हुई भी नजर आई जाएंगी.
I mean, I don't know about cricket, but then like badminton or basketball or something like that. But कोई भी sports हो सकता है. Eventually, end of the day, sports is sports, and it has to be a great story. It has to be an inspiring story, a great biopic on someone who I can look up to and probably who I looked up to in the past. Why not?
आपके समय के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. मैं आपको ज़्यादा लंबे समय तक यहाँ अपने साथ नहीं रखूंगी क्योंकि मैच बहुत शानदार चल रहा है.
And even I want to watch that now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All the way, one bounce, and that's Masakadza's half century, his second half century in the series, and what a moment to turn it on. It's come at a extremely quick strike rate, and the dugout and his teammates, big appreciation shown. This is a brilliant partnership in combination with Nurse. This is how he went to that half century.
Dan Christian a fraction short, and Masakadza says thank you very much.
He's trying to look to that sort of area over mid-on, and he hasn't always timed it, but the previous delivery was a lot shorter in length, so he just helped it round the corner. Just looking there, he just spliced that very high on the bat. 7 4s, 2 6s, the strike rate impressive. And the Kings at the moment looking like they're going to get around that 180 to 190 mark. They've got Pereira as well, who's sitting there waiting to come in. He's got 100 in this tournament already as well. That is a beauty, straight as you like. That's a wonderful stroke. Nurse marching on. It's the end of the over, 111 for 1.
Well done.
Well, a couple of tall buildings for the Rajasthan Kings. They're on to roll here. But look at the scoreboard. It's all ones at the moment. 111 for 1.
And Yuvraj Singh bowled the best over of the innings so far, and he's going to give himself another 6 balls.
Ball,
He's doing a good job here. He just seems to be hitting a good length.
That's it, V.
They haven't been able to get hold of him. But the last ball of the previous over, Christian seemed up pace on it, and he just got his left leg out the way and showed the full face, the maker's name. Don't you just love those strokes?
Oh, sweet, UV.
And a run out. Oh, it's a misfield. The run out was on at the non-striker's end.
Ball, UV, ball, UV.
Christian, the fielder, didn't collect it cleanly. They needed a quick release from the fielder.
That's it, V.
And this time it's Nurse who goes high, hard and handsome. It's another 6. They're dealing in boundaries and 6s at the moment. It's hurting the strikers.
Nurse causing some damage. You don't hear that often. So this is by far and away his best performance the whole tournament. He was surprised when he walked in at 3. But what he has done is given real impetus to this innings. Over 2 runs a ball. Oh, he had a big swing, and that's gone through the slip region. And Jerome Taylor, he's not going to catch it. So another boundary. Raining boundaries here now, 6 and a 4. And that's 50 up. Ashley Nurse, your beauty.
He was sent with a mission, and he's answered the captain's call and the coach's call. Not where he intended, but they will take it in the dugout. Appreciating the effort from Nurse. His previous highest was only 25 in this series. but he's come good when it really mattered. And again he goes big, and that's gone way over long off into those chairs with the crowd, and that is another maximum for Nurse.
So fortunately, Yuvraj Singh's second over has got the treatment here. 6-4-6 coming off the bat of Nurse, and as he looks back, oh goodness me, he rolls the R's, and it's gone for another one here, and he's got one delivery to finish here. Can he close this over out? It's another big one. Oh, he's bowled a bouncer, and it's gone for 6 as well. So Yuvraj Singh trying everything. He's been hit, and he's been hit again. 134 for 1. So the most economical over from Yuvraj Singh in his first was followed up by the most expensive over in the innings. So boundaries are flowing. Nurse 62 of 25, Masakadza is 55 of 28. Nurse almost striking it at 250.
This is what was he trying to do, UV? But Nurse just kept the it's a 114-run partnership. That was the most biggest over in the innings so far.
Yeah, 23 off it, 3 sixes. 3 sixes, and it's raining boundaries here. A lot of superstars are present. So they need something to change, and change quickly. Do superstar strikers, they need an intervention here. They need wickets. A lot of expensive overs there. One over from Gunaratne. He's normally been their go-to player. He went for 16 of his 6 balls. And now they're struggling to limit the damage at the moment. And he swings them away on the onside. So just a single. That must be quite a relief for the strikers at this stage.
Well, this is what Nurse has gone about. This is Masakadza. 7 boundaries and 2 sixes.
Catch it!
Anything that is pitched up. It's very strong. Very good down the ground. That is a wonderful half century.
Quick single, no run. They've turned it down.
Keep going, Bobby.
So it's the 3rd highest partnership in the tournament so far, 115. The highest is 143 between Angelo Pereira and Peterson. Also from the Rajasthan Kings.
This was a stroke of brilliance, sending up actually Nurse up the order at 3 to take charge of that initial 24-ball power play to start, and he's just gone on his merry way. 6 fours and 5 sixes from him now. That is a lovely delivery, a Yorker. He's dug it out, so a really good delivery from Taylor.
Ball, Bobby!
That was straight as arrow. And very well bowled. So what does Masakadza do? He's got a decent start for Jerome Taylor, just 2 off the first 3. Let's see how he ends up.
He tried to get the ramp out, but fine legs back, so the offside field is up except one cover sweeper. That is it. That is what you do when you need a wicket. The perfect delivery right in the block hole.
Well, that was what Jerome Taylor was trying even in the previous delivery with Nurse, but he's got a big wicket here. He's ended a 116-run partnership right in the block hole. Perfect Yorker. Masakadza was trying to open that left leg up, but that was very well done by Jerome Taylor. Masakadza departs for 56. It's 136 for 2. the Kings.
They were desperate for a wicket, and Jerome Taylor's the man that turned to. The man that did the job when they were under the most pressure, so they'll be hugely relieved, Yuvraj Singh and the rest of his strikers teammates, because this partnership was absolutely tearing them apart. But the man marching in now, he got the first blistering 100 of this tournament. He lit up this stadium before, so he's in wonderful form. 100 not out, he won the game and reached his 100 in that chase, and he's in some wonderful form. And now coming in at 4, he'd like to continue this rate of scoring, which is extremely high.
So he's here because of this. Beautifully done by Jerome Taylor. This has been a good over, just the 2 runs and a wicket. So the first centurion of the tournament walks in. And don't forget, both the centurions in this Legends Cricket Trophy are playing in this game. Chadwick Walton is behind the stumps.
So having a look at this field set at the moment, third man was up previously, so one wonders if he'll just go for that back of a length, top of off stump sort of area. As fast bowlers normally, if you look to resort to any area to a new player, good length on top of off stump. Oh, but there we go. That's also another option. But saying that, if you're bowling Yorkers as well as he is doing right now, I'd maybe have another go to full and straight delivery.
Yeah, but I think that was like a double bluff to the batter. He sends his fielders, since his fine leg deep and goes in for a short delivery. Because the batter might have expected a Yorker, so I would say it was a double bluff.
One wonders what he's going to do now, though. So good sharp bouncer just to keep him honest to start. Where does he go now? Right on target and whipped away heavily as Angelo Pereira gets himself off the mark. So, oh, it's hit both stumps, that. That's interesting. 66 balls gone, 137 for 2.
Well, the innings being played here by Ashley Nurse is absolutely pivotal for the Rajasthan Kings to post an enormous total here. 11 overs have been bowled, 24 balls to be delivered. A reminder, it's a 90 ball innings, 15 overs. Everything's okay. He's back in his crease, no problems. Right, Nuwan Pradeep. Angelo Pereira already with a century against his name in this tournament, and it's a tailor-made situation for him. 138 for 2. Fantastic innings we've seen from Hamilton Masakadza.
.138 for 2. They're left with 23 balls. Now at the current rate, close to 185 or 185. You think it will be a good score?
Oh yes, I think they need it too. That's all right because it's gone between his pads and the stumps. Well, Ashley Nurse has been the strong man here. That flat 6 was just so brutally hit, and this he's got everything tonight, Ashley Nurse. He's come out and he's wired.
Yeah, it's been an outstanding knock. He's hit 6 4s and 5 6ers, and again he's looking to charge the fast bowler. his intentions are very, very clear, and that is to take the bowling on. Just look at the way he's running at Nuwan Pradeep. Now, Nuwan Pradeep is brisk. Look at him. And Nuwan Pradeep, to his credit, followed him with an in-swinger, but he still got out of jail with that shot.
Well, it just wants to boss the innings, and that's what Ashley Nurse has come out to do. 64 from 29. Angelo Pereira, his innings the other night in harness with Peter Trigo was outstanding. Oh goodness, he's picked this up. It's not enough though, it's not enough, it's gone. Gunaratne takes the catch. He didn't have to move, and that's a critical blow struck by Nuwan Pradeep here, removing his fellow countryman.
Yeah, he was looking to that flick shot over square leg, just couldn't get it over the line. As you said, it's a massive wicket here, because Angelo Pereira has been a prolific scorer, out for 2 of 4 now, 3 for 139. Rajasthan Kings, they're still looking good because they got Nurse at the other end. 64 of 29, that's the key. As long as Nurse is there and Trigo coming out, they still can feel comfortable.
I just wonder what effect it'll have on Ashley Nurse, whether he just pulls back a bit. Peter Trigo from England, striking at 173. That 42 not out was with Angelo Pereira. When he made 100, they put on 142. Peter Trigo comes in here. This is a very well struck, a little bit slower delivery, pace off, and Gunaratne, he's such a good fielder.
Thank you.
I think that was the key, pace off. Didn't really have too much of pace to deal with it. That was just rolling his wrists on top of it, and Angelo Pereira just found the fielder.
Ashley Nurse has been full throttle throughout this innings, full throttle. Now he's lost Masakadza and he's now lost Angelo Pereira. Does he adopt a different mindset or carry on the way he's been going?
I think this partnership is going to be critical here, Wilco, because we spoke about the batting. Yes, they do have Bishnoi to come, but they need to maximize the next 19 balls. 140 for 3. They should be looking at about 180, 190 at least to feel reasonably comfortable, but scores of that magnitude are still not.
Bolt looking for the Yorker. What a stop, Dan Christian. He has saved the boundary here. 72 balls gone, 141 for 3. Those overs 11 and 12 with those 2 wickets going. They were 136 for 1, Rajasthan Kings. 136 for 1. The second wicket went at 136 and then 139. So 18 balls to go. And it's going to be Suru Udana, and it's the batting power play now that's been signalled. So the batting power play means that no more than 3 fielders can field outside the inner ring.
Yeah, interesting. I think Ashley Nurse on strike, Trigo just in. So they just don't want to waste more time, because if they start losing wickets, if Nurse goes, then they won't be able to make much of an impact on that batting power play. So I think it might turn out to be a good decision.
So he's coming round the wicket here now, Asuru Udane, and he's very comfortable coming round the wicket. One of those left arm quicks who can do this easily. Flicked, 4.
Interestingly, all 3 fielders on the leg side, the 3 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle, are all on the leg side boundary, and still Ashley Nurse manages to pick that gap. Strong wrists, he is a powerful striker and precision. Perfect.
Only left arm over.
Yeah, the fact that he went round the wicket to spear that in, but he bowled a full toss. So now he's going to change. He's going to come back over the wicket. More orthodox trajectory here. Left arm over, and now the field will change. So there will be a deep point offside for the ball that goes across the right-hander here. And there will be a third man down. So his line is going to change. There we are, top of your screen there. He's going to that third point, third man position there, and there's a deep point far left of your screen. Far left of your screen. You can see him there now. Right, Nurse on strike. Udana back over the wicket. This he absolutely munches the ball. He's going mad after everything here.
I think the length is wrong. The line is right, because you can't have extra cover and mid-off inside the 30-yard circle and bowl that length. His line is right. He's got to go wide, because he got those fielders on the boundary, especially deep point and deep extra cover. But if you pitch it up, in this mood, Ashley Nurse will just take him on, go over mid-off, go over extra cover.
In the air, and 6.
I can tell you, there are a few people who have turned up. When I say few, more than a few, the expectation is to try and catch one of these, because they'll win 100,000 rupees. But up to now, we haven't seen any spectator being lucky.
And still there's a little mid-pitch discussion here now, because Isuru Udana doesn't quite know his line and length, and he's got to be in sync with his captain Yuvraj here. So it's the batting power play, which means that only 3 fielders can be out. Now we're going to go back to where it was. Yuvraj didn't like that. To me, it was a split field. He had a deep mid-wicket and he had 2 on the offside fence. Now it's back to where it was. 3 fielders, leg side boundary. He's crunched this as well. Nurse is on a mission. 83 from 34.
I think it's a tough field to bowl at, because he has nobody on the offside and he was looking to follow him. And what Nurse did well was, look at how wide he goes. He completely exposes his stumps. So which means there you are. That's what I'm talking about, where he allows him the luxury of going through extra cover, which he did well.
Watch it. Could run onto your stumps.
Keep going, easy.
I think that's the
easy.
That's the first one. I think he's failed to connect with.
Well, he's hit 3 boundaries and a 6 in the over. This was the first one. We were talking about those fielders on the leg side boundary, and then through extra cover, pitching up and going wide. Then the short ball into the crowds for 6, and that's the one. He gave himself a lot of room and he picked that gap on the offside.
He's got to fire this in at his feet. Full at the feet. Something like that. But he's just missed his length a little here, and it's gone for 4. 22 runs off that Udana over. 163 for 3. That was the batting power play over. 22 runs conceded by Yuvraj Singh's New York Strikers. And this is now the biggest total against the strikers in this tournament. We've got 12 balls to go.
See again, Udara just pitching the ball up. I think he's got the length wrong, completely wrong, allowing Ashley Nurse to play those shots. Nuwan Pradeep has a mission here. Trigo on strike.
Oh, that's really well bowled. It's not a wide. Trigo's looking at the umpire thinking, well, why can't you give that wide? It's because it's gone through his legs here. It's gone through his legs.
He would have also been hoping that he would have got an inside edge or a little feather, because fine leg is inside the circle. So Nuwan Pradeep's Yorker was a good one, but still there was a bit of danger.
It's in the slot. Jerome Taylor, the fielder. Jerome Taylor has bowled 3 overs, 2 for 28. I just wonder whether he might bowl the last over.
Can't see Udana doing it. Udana has gone for 44 in 3. But just, if you focus on Nurse, Ashley Nurse, he's on 87. He's well on course. He's got 10 deliveries left in this innings. So he's well on course for 100.
Bowled. See the little tail there from Nuwan Pradeep in swinging. Just a little tail, which helps the Yorker land in the right place.
See, Jerome Taylor has been decent. Now, if you look at Asela Gunaratne, I always felt that if you go after him, he will struggle. He's gone for 16. This is the first time he's been taken apart. So in terms of the bowling, Nuwan Pradeep has looked the best, but he cannot bowl another over. So the option would be Jerome Taylor.
Bowled. Well bowled.
This is a great comeback after that last batting power play where Udana was taken apart. Nuwan Pradeep has bowled yet another dot ball here. He's bowled 4 deliveries, 2 dots and 2 singles, which is a good comeback. He's pulled it back somewhat.
He's fired it into those pads of Peter Trigo. It's difficult. Trigo's come in here to try and maintain the pace, the tempo. It's been difficult for him because Pradeep's fired it in at his feet.
Yeah, it's been a good over. He's bowled 5 deliveries for 3 runs. They will want, at least New York superstar strikers will want to finish this over well. Preferably maybe a single. Don't give a boundary. Don't give a 4 or a 6. That will be the plan.
And again, you see he's just been looking at the target area, those pads. That's a very good over, just 4 from it. 167 for 3, 1 over to go. One over to go, 6 legal deliveries. Could Ashley Nurse get his 100? He's on strike, and it's going to be his fellow West Indian Jerome Taylor to bowl. Taylor 3 overs, 2 for 28. That was an outstanding over we've just seen from Nuwan Pradeep. Considering the previous one went for 22. So here we go, the last over of this Rajasthan Kings innings. Ashley Nurse on 89 on strike. Oh, he's going to get 4. He squeezes this down, fine leg somehow.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. He's got a good start to the over. He's got a boundary. In these contests, you don't really bother how the runs come as long as they come. He's played some delightful shots, some breathtaking shots. And I think it's nothing but right that he also gets runs off an inside edge. You should give him that allowance.
And now that just adds a little pressure for Jerome Taylor with the first ball rather fortuitously going off the bottom edge of the bat for 4. Straight back over his head, it's 4 more. Nurse up to 97.
He's not holding it back, and he is moving briskly in the 90s. Ashley Nurse, and what an innings. He hasn't really scored much in the tournament, though his strike rate is good over a very small sample of an innings. But here, he just made sure that he's reserved the best for the final. He's 97 of 40 balls.
Chadwick Walton's 100 was 44 balls. Angelo Pereira's 100 was 43. Nurse is 97 from 40. That's a wide, you can't go there.
So they still got 4 deliveries to bowl. 97 of 40. He's got a good chance to register the quickest 100 in this tournament. They've just got the highest team score against the New York superstar strikers. And now they're left with 4 more deliveries. Well, focus is on Nurse.
Bowled in. Jerome Taylor. Magnificent delivery to end a magnificent innings. Nurse was looking for the blow that would have got him into triple digits. It's the Yorker, and he knows that he's played a big part for Rajasthan.
Well, he just continued looking for the shots that has given him a lot of runs and benefit. He was looking to go through extra cover. That reaction in that dugout tells you. But what an innings, 97 of 41. Ashley Nurse have given the Rajasthan Kings a real score to try and defend. Trego is at the non-strikers end, and they're left with 3 balls, and should be Chaturanga de Silva who comes out. Left-hander, but what an innings, what a magnificent knock by Ashley Nurse.
It was the prescription that Nurse provided. That's what they wanted. Superb, just superb in the final. Chaturanga de Silva with just 3 balls to go. I think that Rajasthan Kings will feel that they haven't quite got the total they would have had in mind when Nurse was in his pomp. You mentioned 185 around there. This is a superb Yorker. Over those bails go. Look where this ball lands. Right at the base of those stumps. So there's no third down on the fence. If he goes wide, it's going to disappear. That's a nice looking stroke. It'll just be 1.
Now Trego, he needs to finish off high. Trego, Peter Trego. So he has the opportunity of finishing it on a high with a flourish.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. That's the kind of game that Peter Trego likes. He warms to and he accepts the challenge. He's having a good look around here. He's had 5 deliveries and he hasn't converted those. He's got 2. Long off and long on await. Trego. Yorker again. Superb. It's only a single. Jerome Taylor, high class bowling this.
Tell you what, the New York superstar strikers will be very pleased with this effort, especially the way the last 2 overs have been bowled, the way they have pulled it back. Yes, they've conceded 11 runs with Ashley Nurse. Had he been around, I'll tell you, the chances are that this over would have been very big. Just look at those overs between the 10th and the 13th, and then the 14th over, and even the 15th over turning out to be very respectable, especially after those large towers.
Just 15 runs from the last 11 balls, so the strikers have put the brakes on in dramatic fashion here. De Silva makes room, finds Yuvraj, and it's only a single. The strikers have finished very strongly. They've restricted Rajasthan Kings. They finish 179 for 4, and at one stage in that innings they would have had 200 on their minds. So it's below par from what they were threatening. They finished 179 for 4.
So good momentum for the New York superstar strikers. 179 for 4.
Right, let's go downstairs to Ash.
I'm down here with Hamilton Masakadza from Rajasthan Kings team. Well played, Hamilton, with 56 runs. What was going on in your mind during your innings?
I was just thinking, keep supporting Ashley because it was going really well today, and just keep the foot on the accelerator because if anything, if the last 2 games are anything to go by, this should be quite entertaining.
That's amazing. And what were your team's thoughts before you came into the finals today?
Yeah, obviously, just stay relaxed, treat it as just like any other game. Don't freeze up and start thinking about a final, but just keep it normal and keep the same processes.
And are you confident about the score right now? Do you think you will win tonight?
Look, I thought they came back really well at the end and sort of cut us to 10 or 15 short than what we were sort of looking at. But that said, I think runs on the board in the final, you never know.
All right, let's see how it goes. We wish you all the very best.
Brilliant,
and back to you, Comms.
Played well tonight, Hamilton Masakadza. He came out and set the tone. Robin Uthappa went cheaply for 16. They were looking for more of him. Masakadza 56 from 30. Ashley Nurse 97 from 41. He deserved the century. Angelo Pereira just came in for 2. Trigo 3. De Silva 2. 179 for 4.
Yeah, the bowlers were taken apart. Nuwan Pradeep had very respectable figures. Under 7 runs and over is a brilliant return. Udana went for quite a few. And well, 3 wickets for Jerome Taylor, going at 10 runs, but he did the hard yards. He got those wickets. They were important ones. And Nuwan Pradeep, as I said, was the pick with an economy of under 7.
Bowled well, didn't he, tonight? Nuwan Pradeep showed his class. So 179 for 4. For the Rajasthan Kings, the New York superstar strikers need 180 to win this final. They've got 90 balls to do it.
Yeah, welcome back to the Palakela International Cricket Stadium here in Sri Lanka for the final of the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024. The Rajasthan Kings, they've posted 179 for 4 in their 90 balls. A partnership between Masakadza and Ashley Nurse from the West Indies set it up. Nurse falling just short of 100 with 97 from 41 deliveries.
The Kings were put into bat, and they went about things with Uthappa and Masakadza at the top. Uthappa was very severe from the start. The perfect start that they would have been looking for. But Uthappa departed, and they had a change in their batting order. They sent Ash Nurse at the top, and he just kept on going from the word go. And Masakadza also joining into the party. They really took on any bowler that came their way. They were not afraid to use the long handle. They just kept going on, and with a wonderful partnership that really set the tone for a big total for the Kings. Masakadza and Nurse both getting into half centuries. Masakadza was the first to get to that point with that half century, and then he kept going very well. But it was Yuvraj who decided that he would try his Ambaram, but it was Nurse who then went on to his half century, and they just kept going and going. And Yuvraj even had to try something totally different when he was bowling. But Jaram Taylor had the best of Masakadza and ended that partnership. And Angela Pereira, he came in, he tried to keep it going, but he couldn't do much damage in today's game. And Nurse just kept going, and at one time he was on his way to the fastest century of this tournament, and he was very severe on Isuru Udana, very particular in the power play over. He got the maximum for the Rajasthan Kings, and it was Jaram Taylor who came back to have the end of a wonderful innings from Nurse.
Not often that Udana goes around the park. Today he did, just bowling the 3 overs, going for 44. Taylor going for 40. He was the man entrusted to bowl 24 deliveries. Strangely, Gunaratnam only bowled the single over. Yes, it went for 16, but he's been such a good performer for this team over the course of the competition. Manaf Patel not playing tonight. Manpreet Ghani, he is going to be playing. He's going to have to stop the yawning because he's been really good for them with ball in hand. So is Peter Trigo. They don't quite have the firepower with the ball as what they do with the bat. So they're going to have to work very hard here. I think this is a total that's going to be tricky, yes, but very, very gettable. This New York superstar strikers batting lineup is very, very impressive. Alvaro Peterson at the top with Chadwick Walton, Kapugedera, Gunaratne, Yuvraj Singh hasn't made a big score yet, but no better place than to make it in the final. Dan Christian, the Australian, Colin de Grandhomme, the New Zealander. So they do have the firepower that can chase this down. A surface that is fitting for a final and a chase as well.
The Kings will depend a lot on their two left-armers, Jakati and Chaturanga de Silva. They bowled very well in this tournament, and hopefully Robin Uthappa will want them to be among the wickets. Manpreet Ghani has been good, but he only bowled a solitary over in the last game.
I'm not sure why he only bowled a solitary over, because that over went for 5 runs. If you go for 5 in an over, you would expect to get another one. He's led them well, though, Robin Uthappa. Well-drilled side, well-led side. Spin dominated. Jakati, Sharma, Bishnoi, Chaturanga de Silva. Ashley Nurse can bowl some off-spinners as well. The highest successful chase is 166 for 3 when Rajasthan chased against the Delhi Devils. So this would be a record chase in the tournament. 180, that's what's required to raise that trophy, and it will be the opening pair of Chadwick Walton from the West Indies and Alvaro Peterson of South Africa.
Chadwick Walton, he's got 100 under his belt, some fantastic scores, and there you go, that's Chadwick Walton, 297 runs, but more importantly, that strike rate is above 200.
Peterson plays a very different type of role to Walton. Walton very aggressive. Peterson likes to come down the wicket. Yes, he finds the boundary, but he very seldom is there a dot ball accumulated against the South African opening batsman. Strike rate of 132 suggests that he's very comfortable in the short versions of the game. Anything under 9 is very good in this series. Manpreet Goni has been exceptional. But it is a surface that has suited batting. We've only had the one low score really, and that was yesterday afternoon. Otherwise, the batters have feasted here in Palakele on pitch number 6. 90 balls remain in the Legends Cricket Trophy for 2024. 180 is required by the Yuvraj Singh led 11 of the New York superstar strikers. No slip. There is a deep third and there is a deep square leg. Those are the two boundary fielders. 2 men allowed outside the 30-yard circle in the first 4 overs, the first 24 balls. Here we go. Chase is on. Wide to start.
So both innings, it's the same thing. Isrudana started off with a wide in ball number 1. Manpreet Goni also starts off with a wide.
Uncanny, isn't it, how often that happens? A wide to the new batter. From a little boy you taught, or a little girl you taught, make the batter play his first delivery. Nicely bowled, Yorker.
That's where he'll be targeting. We saw Jerome Taylor use that very well. Well, the Yorker, Manpreet Goni. He's got loads of experience. You know, that's the start. Very well done.
Such a difficult delivery to execute though, the Yorker, because if you're an inch out either side, you're either a full toss or you're a half volley. You can disappear back over your head if you get the length slightly short, or you disappear through the covers if it's a full toss. I think he might have got away with that, but Walton's up and running.
Strikers need a good start. Strikers need a good start. They need to try and get the maximum in these 4 overs during the bowling power play. Get ahead of that net required run rate. That will be in the minds of Peterson and Walton right now.
Well, it sits at 12 already. Peterson's batting partner, Chadwick Walton, likes playing against the Kings. 81 of 29. '81 of 29 deliveries. I always have to look at that twice. I can't believe someone can get that amount of runs in so few balls. Tends to nip the ball back into the right-hander. Has the ability to swing it away, but his stock delivery is to just nip it back in. Try and provide no room. That's Alvaro Peterson. Comes down the wicket very often.
That's a technique that he's been using throughout this series. Coming down. Wouldn't mind whether it's a fast bowler or a spinner. That's what he's been doing. I wonder whether he was doing this in his career as well, actually.
No, sometimes I think he should stand still, because that delivery was a half volley if he stands still, and he can hit that through the offside where there's no protection. And I think Peterson tends to walk down the wicket onto off stump and work it away on the leg side, but the protection is away on the leg side at deep square leg. So every now and again he needs to mix it up a little bit, just stand still.
The Kings might have done their homework well. They got their fielders well placed for Walton and Peterson so far, and Ghoni's been good in this over.
Another mishit, but they'll steal a single. Tidy first over here for Ghoni. That's 6 deliveries gone, 4 without loss. A lot of credit needs to go to the curators and his ground staff here at the Palakele. All the surfaces have been really well suited to this shortest format of the game. 90-ball format. Power play of 4 overs, 24 balls, and a batting power play that can be taken after the 10th over. After 60 deliveries, the batters have an opportunity to take their own power play. Govinda Awana started the competition well with a 4-fer, and then he's tended to go the distance, as his economy rate suggests. He's over 10 to the over. And in front of him is Chadwick Walton on the list of highest run scorers. There's another wide. He's been in unbelievable form, Chadwick Walton, one of 2 men to have got 100.
And this is where he went about in getting that 100. It was against the Colombo Lions. His strength is down the ground. Loves anything on the front foot. And he's very severe when he gets going.
He enjoyed that, didn't he? No boundaries yet. Just having a little look. There's been a couple of mishits. That net run rate still hovers around the 12, not getting out of hand yet.
So Awana and Ghoni both are looking to bowl that length. They're trying to york the batsman. It's not easy. You need to be 100% accurate. You need to make sure you got it right. We did mention that if you miss it, you're in trouble.
Change of field. Deep mid wicket comes up into the 30-yard circle. Mid-on drops to the boundary. Still no protection at all on the offside. Walton had to go back, and so there'll only be 1. And that's the first time we've seen Peterson go down the wicket but give himself room outside leg stump. The idea behind that was to try and get the ball through the offside, but he didn't. What Palakele has been graced with some celebrities over the last 2 weeks. Plenty of actresses and actors from Bollywood have arrived here to see some of their heroes in action. Players who they grew up watching. Oh, that struck Alvaro Peterson at the non-strikers end. He's going to be all right, but this is the danger now that these short formats pose for non-strikers and bowlers.
Well, he went very hard at that one. Yeah. Chadwick Walton. And that, he was trying to move away, but it just kept coming at him, coming very quickly.
Just as well it hit the part of the body that normally has the most padding. Oh, what a catch! Unbelievable! Peter Trigo.
Oh, come on! That's out, man. That's out.
Now there's a little bit of confusion because Trigo's not sure whether he held on to the catch. And quick as a flash, he threw at the stumps, missed them. No one was backing up. Everyone was celebrating, and the ball went away for 4. It's mayhem at the Palakele.
This is interesting. So Peter Trigo, he's made a signal that he... Now this is interesting. What are we doing here? They've gone upstairs for this. Yeah, this is interesting. Peter Trigo was that Peterson. Oh, that's interesting actually.
Well, Trigo says he doesn't hold on to the catch. He spills the ball, but he picks it up as it strikes the ground, and he's aware that batters are all over the place, so he throws at the stump. He indicated straight away that it wasn't out, but the rest of his team was celebrating, so there was no one backing up, and he's ended up throwing it for 4. What a catch that would have been for just a moment, for just a brief moment. The catch of the tournament.
Yeah, I need to signal that. I'm signaling. Boundary 4.
He's not happy. He felt that one of his teammates should have been backing up, but you can understand the reaction. And away for 4.
White ball.
And that will be a wide.
We haven't seen boundaries in this innings so far, but already we've seen 3 wides being bowled, and the boundary has been the overthrow, and that will go to the batter.
Fortunate, but they need a little bit of luck in pursuit of this total.
They've not got off to the best of starts, the strikers, but Alvaro Peterson will take that, and the strikers. He was looking once again to open up and go over long off, but manages to get it down to fine. It's 17, last ball coming up of the second over.
Just met halfway down, had a little chat, the two of them. Now without a big hit or a wonderful stroke, they've managed to get 14 off the over, 18 without loss.
देखा उसको बॉल छोड़ते हुए।
Plenty of power. Gunaratne, Kapugedera, Yuvraj, Christian, de Grandhomme. Lots and lots of batting. Udana can also strike it at the back there. Jerome Taylor fancies himself as a batter, and why wouldn't you if you have a test 100 next to your name? But you can't take your time here this evening because the required rate is at 12.5. Goni's going to bowl his second, one more than he bowled a couple of days ago. Well, that's edged onto the helmet, I feel. We might have to have a concussion check. He looks all right. But these are the protocols that have been put in place. If a batter gets struck on the head,
Yes, it's come off the helmet. Peterson looks okay. And yes, the umpires have halted play, so we will have a concussion check.
I'm not sure the medical staff are quite ready, because there's we're now on the walkie-talkies trying to get someone out here just to have that check of Alvaro Peterson, and it's very, very brief. Little top edge, just a glancing blow, and that's why Alvaro Peterson gave a thumbs up right away. But unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, the umpires cannot take the word of the batter. As soon as someone is struck on the head, medical staff need to be out there to conduct the check just to see that he's okay. There'll be a couple of questions asked, hopefully nothing mathematical, because he'd probably get that wrong anyway. That's no disrespect to Alvaro, that's just cricketers. We count from 1 to 6 because that's the most you can get off one ball. So keep your head still, follow with the eyes, please. Everything's okay. Sip of water, and we can get things going.
The strikers have not really got off to that explosive start that they would have been looking for. They came at a required run rate of above 12 runs and over.
Nice crowd in here tonight at the Palakele. A few of them might have got wind of the prize money that's on offer here. If you take a catch in the crowd, 1 lakh is available to anyone that holds on to a catch. That money is not shared like in other tournaments. If you catch it, you win it. Well, I think that might be the first time that Chadwick Walton has played missed the delivery for the last 7 days.
100% right. But again, if you look what the Kings are doing, they're not allowing Walton to get any room. They're bowling very straight at the moment.
Now Walton goes up and over. Didn't quite go where he wanted it to, but it should skip away and does. So there is the first boundary for Chadwick Walton.
Again, not where Walton would have wanted. He was trying to get it more straighter, but he will take it. The back turning on him a little. Kearney was not that happy, but he can't take anything away from that shot. It's not a bad ball.
That might relax him a little bit, just a touch. He's back at 100 strike rate. Very well bowled, no room to work with. Angled in at middle and leg stump.
There's been a good start from Kearney and Avana. Avana went for 14, but I thought he didn't bowl that bad. He was unlucky with the overthrow that went for 4. An inside edge. But Manpreet Kearney, he's just gone for 10 of 10 deliveries.
Well, a couple of more good deliveries here, and Yuvraj Singh will be walking around like a caged lion in that dugout. Little toe in down to deep third. They tend to mix and match their batting lineup here a little bit when Yuvraj is the leader. He's often padded up, ready to come in, but sometimes just delays his own introduction. But anybody could walk in at 3. Kapukadera, Gunaratne, Yuvraj himself. He's ready to go. Final delivery here of the 3rd over. Up and over. Still hasn't found the middle of the bat, but he's found a boundary, Walton. It's a nice way to end the third over. 29 without loss. Steady as she goes. That required rate hasn't really moved much. It's still sitting at around 12.5. There was a steep acceleration from around overs 6 onwards, and then the strikers fought back towards the back end. Gee, they've been accurate.
Boundary in the last ball. Chadwick Warner not really middling it, but just had enough to take it to the boundary. So another over given to Havana. Robin Uthappa has gone with the two seamers in the bowling power play.
Just been gun barrel straight. They haven't left the stumps, Awana or Goni. I mean, that's gone over the top of the stumps, but it's really forcing both the strikers, batters to try and make a play. Peterson's gone down the wicket. Walton's tried to give himself a little bit of room, but they have been deadly accurate.
Spot on, literally spot on. They've been very good. They bowled straight. Width has never been offered to the two batters.
Same again.
Again, Peterson down the track looking for that room. Havana follows him. Very well done so far. The Kings have come with a mission.
Desperate to get something away here, Alviro Peterson. A little glance over his left shoulder towards that leg side. Straight to Trigo, hits. But Peterson is quick. Peterson is really quick. And the direct hit has led to them getting through for 2. I have no doubt in my mind we'll go upstairs to have a look. But I'm sure Alviro Peterson is well home.
Yes, they've gone upstairs. This has been good bowling. This has been very good bowling from the strikers.
Yep, easy as you like.
He was very comfortably in. Not out, comes on the Jan screen.
1s and 2s is not going to win it. Peterson needs a boundary. Awan has been exceptional. Again. Oh, that would have been out. That would have been out. That's how desperate they are, these two at the crease.
Good bowling from the Kings. And Walton was desperate. A direct hit there would have really had him. Wonder who the fielder was. But at the moment, the strikers are struggling.
hard, pushing hard. Very quick between the wickets. They'll get through easily, and that finishes the power play. Not the ideal one for the New York superstar strikers. 4 gone, 34 without loss.
Well, the strikers are not striking. The Rajasthan Kings put on a power display to reach their 179 for 4. That's the end of the power play. 24 balls delivered, 4 overs. It's almost as if they're playing on a different pitch from the one that Rajasthan were batting on. The Kings were 47 for 1 at this stage after 4 overs. Strikers are 34 for no wicket. We're going to be watching now the left arm spin of Shadab Jakati. Another one of the left arm spinners. I haven't counted them up, JK, but I'd say we've got at least a dozen in this tournament, maybe more.
Well, it's almost 2 per team, which is quite amazing.
Yeah, it is. Got the tall leg spin of Rahul Sharma, who bowled only the 1 over for the strikers earlier today. Have they got this under control? Peterson has struggled, 16 from 13. And probably what the strikers were banking on was another electrifying start from Chadwick Walton, and that hasn't happened.
Well, they have bowled extremely well. Also, he hasn't maybe faced as many balls as he would like. He'd obviously like to face as many as possible while that restriction of the field is in place. And now it's a slower start he's got off to himself, so he's got to just try to work through this little patch of sedate batting between this pair. Peterson just knocking the ball around at the moment.
Oh dear, oh dear. He knows that he's in a bit of a hole here, Chadwick. Chadwick Walton's looking to do anything to blast his way out of this. Oh, almost, it's in a stupor, isn't he? Just can't get out of it. Well bowled. He hasn't really hit this that well. It's well fielded as well.
And normally Walton hits it straight and extremely well, and that's the shot he's attempted to hit there, and he's just dragged it on the onside. And the comparison, 58 for 1, the Kings well ahead at this stage.
That was the substitute fielder, Robin Bist. Well, it's almost as if we saw the other night Chadwick Walton's twin brother batting, because this is not the Chadwick Walton we saw the other night, who batted his way to a magnificent century. Now then, is this out? Umpire's given it. The umpire's given it. What a fantastic piece of keeping as well. Robin Uthappa. And the bowling was magnificent. Just checking that front foot, you don't have to do that. But he's got a couple to turn here. And Chadwick Walton knew he had to do something, and Robin Uthappa with lightning hands. That's a goner.
Oh, this has been such a special over from Jakati. That is certainly out. Drag of the foot, and he couldn't get it back. As it went past, he tried to get it back, but still was short of his ground. Jakati has been brilliant this over. Pace that he's bowled at, the turn that he's got, and Walton couldn't find a way to get him away. So out is the decision.
Just a superb piece of bowling by Jakati. Chadwick Walton, just a shadow of his former self tonight. Just did not turn up tonight, Chadwick, and that's why he's looking so forlorn. But enter the skipper, Yuvraj Singh. If there's one man who can turn this around, it is Yuvraj. But they're up against it now, the New York superstar strikers. Yuvraj in this series, striking at 160, his best 28. That was in the opening game. And he hasn't played every match. He's rested himself. But if ever the team needed him, it's now.
And the rate required, 14 to the over. Jakati, he's got one delivery to the left-hander, and this might make it a little bit easier for the batting side, turning it into the left-hander.
It was uppish for a moment. What a good over. 3 runs from it, or 4 runs from it, and a wicket. It's 38 for 1. Chadwick Walton, what a magnificent piece of bowling by Jakati. He'll enjoy that. And now it's brought Yuvraj Singh, such a fabulous player over so many years for India. This has turned, look at that, this has turned. Chadwick all at sea, he's come down the pitch, and lightning handwork from Robin Uthappa. The gloves were on those bails before Chadwick could even turn his head. Left arm spin both ends now. It's Bipul Sharma.
Just last night when Walton got 100, and you think today is totally different really. Same wicket, and then just suddenly the bowlers have just had a stranglehold on proceedings this evening. They have bowled exceptionally well.
So a bit of responsibility now on Alvaro Peterson. He's been in there for 14 deliveries for his 17.
I think his inability to get boundaries from his side has almost heaped a lot of pressure on Walton, and Walton in other games has managed to go at a strike rate of 300 sometimes, to be honest, and that's let Peterson being able to get on with business, getting 1s and 2s. But they need more than that here.
No, umpire, no, that's not right. No, I disagree with that. It's turned. That's pitched inside those blue lines, and I think that's too harsh on the bowler. Sorry, umpire, don't agree with that. Now, is this enough? No, it's not. Bipul Sharma takes the wicket, the catch from Awana. And Peterson, that was a painstaking innings from him, and it's come to an end.
Oh, he's stuck to the crease all innings and all series. He's run at the bowlers, and these two left-arm spinners have turned the game on its head here. Jakati first, last over, and now Bipul. He's dismissed Alvaro Peterson. He's gone for 17 of 16 deliveries. Striker's in trouble now, 40 for 2.
स्टंप ही ब्रो सुन तू ना विकेट निकालने के लिए डाल नॉर्मल ऑर्थोडॉक्स में घुमाने के लिए डाल
Masakadza, he can get on with it as well. Still to come, Asela Gunaratne. Alvaro Peterson, he struggled all night. Awana with the catch. The left arm spinners have certainly tightened their grip on this reply.
The spinners, why they are so good is that you can't run down at them because they bowl it too quickly and their length is too good. So we saw Walton try, come down and went past him, and now Alvaro Peterson stuck to the crease trying to hit an expansive shot, perishes as well.
Robin Uthappa's got company alongside him. He's got Peter Trigo. It's slip for Masakadza. This ball is starting to turn. 40 for 2. Rajasthan at this stage were 74 for 1. He's having a look at it. Kapagedra wants to make an assessment of the pace of the pitch. Up over point. Just the one. 36 balls gone, 41 for 2.
जब घुमाने के लिए डाल रहे हैं ना, थोड़ा खींच के डालियो.
Well, you can see how the strikers have fallen way off the pace here. At this stage, after 36 balls, 6 overs, they're 41 for 2, and the Rajasthan Kings had rattled along to 80 for 1. That's why that dark worm is way below the required rate. Kapagedra on strike. Jakati. It's a clean blow. This is so good. That is a very nicely timed 6 from Kapagedra.
So controlled, lovely use of the feet. Got right to the pitch of the delivery where previous players haven't. Even though this ball has been quite hard and new, they've managed to get some turn last over, turning square from leg stump and getting Walton stumped. That was an exceptional delivery. Also the odd ball, the natural variation where it just slides on with the arm, has been tough to line up.
The arm ball, he's picked it up, and he's picked it up really well. Flat batted 6 brings up the 50 for the strikers.
A perfect start to the over. They're trying to get that required rate down. It's currently 14.5. They still have plenty to do, but this is a good little counter punch from the strikers.
Now this is just put off Jakati in his normal sort of rhythmic action. He's just lost his line and length for a moment, and he's got the left-hander Yuvraj to contend with now.
Yuvraj trying to get himself in, but pounced on that just slightly short and just had the elevation to get over that field on the boundary. So Jakati just got something to think about for a change.
Now bowling really some poor deliveries here, short and wide, an absolute gift to Kapagedra. He's just lost his concentration here now. Jakati
has been so good. And then 2 real drag downs. And Uthappa just going up to him and saying, come on now, time to get yourself sorted out here. That's not good enough.
Well, what he seems to be doing here from the bowling point of view, he's putting the ball, he's not bowling it. Whereas the ball he bowled to get Chadwick Walton, he put some revs on the ball, finished his action. Still hasn't done it. It's a tentative action, this. End of the over, 42 balls gone, 60 for 2. Well, that was an injection of runs, 19 from that last over. They need a few more of those. The run rate is still 15. Kapagedra, 19 from 8. He's played some very decent shots so far in his 8 balls, 2 sixes. Here's De Silva. Look at the ball, is just starting to turn. What's going on?
That's another left arm spinner. You spoke about that earlier on. This is the third one of the innings now. Bowls it a lot slower.
Nicely, Satu, lovely.
There was one game where the skipper only utilised Goni as this lone seamer and the rest were just spinners. So he's done this before in the tournament.
But he gave it a lot of air. And Kapagedra thought, no, I'm going to go after this. Gets 4.
Interestingly, since he's arrived, he's faced the lion's share of the bowling. Yuvraj Singh hasn't faced much, but he's raced to 23 off 11. Kapagedra, 2 4s, 2 6s.
Well, he was the player of the match in the last game. De Silva, Chaturanga De Silva, he took 5 for 28 against Dubai Giants. Is that a better shot? Goodness, that's a good blow. Almost onto the grassy bank. Now, these are so important, these blows inflicted by Kapagedra.
2 full, 2 wide, and that is a very comfortable stroke for him. He loves it there. I'm sure he should know about that, really. His fellow countrymen.
Bowled. Now, Yuvraj has only had 3 balls. He's been watching all this from the non-striker's end. 1 ball to complete the 8th over. 47 balls have been bowled. 71 for 2. Rajasthan 199 for 1 at this stage.
Stay. Guys, hurry up, man. Come on, this is not like under 16 cricket.
A watchful Yuvraj. 48 balls gone. The strikers 72 for 2.
Timeout.
So 48 balls delivered, and the umpire will signal a timeout.
So it's 72 for 2 after 48 balls. It's time to go downstairs now and join Shafali.
I'm alongside a power-packed and a very talented performer and singer, Jasmine Sandless. Jasmine, you just told me that this is the first time that you're watching a match in the stadium. Tell me about your experience.
This is so exciting. I'm so happy to be here. I'm in Sri Lanka and I have just performed here, and there's a really competitive cricket game going on, and I have never seen a cricket match this up close. So I'm really excited. I'm a little bit nervous, like who's gonna win, because is it gonna be the team that I'm rooting for? I don't know. What just happened? I missed it. What just happened?
a boundary for New York Strikers. I think that's your favorite team as well. Yeah?
And they're wearing pink, so that's beautiful.
The Gulabi gang?
Yes, Gulabi Queen.
Definitely, Gulabi Queen. Jasmine, you've always talked about, spoken about women empowerment, and we've seen all these days that the women cricket is also growing. And tell us about your new song as well.
Oh my God, what a good question, layered with so many feelings. I write my songs for women. I write my songs for women. I perform for women. I am the Gulabi Queen. I am the girls' Gulabi Queen. And this song that I just dropped is called Tolla. And let's run an experiment. Let's see how many people are watching right now. Go stream Tolla.
One line.
Tolla kudiyan da nikliya maarte ਘਰੋਂ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਟਿਪ ਟਾਪ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਥਾਰ ਤੇ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਤੇ ਹੁਸਨ ਪੂਰਾ ਗੱਡਮਾ ਨਿਗਾਹ ਰੁਕੇ ਕੱਲੀ ਕੱਲੀ ਮੁਟਿਆਰ ਤੇ
Wow, thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the match.
Who do you think is going to win?
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win?
I
the tables have turned. Tell me.
Tables have turned. I really wanted New York to win. Same as you. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Okay, I'll go back to the comms now. Thank you.
Just can't get it away. Yep. You just wonder on this surface where it's just starting to turn a little bit now, whether it's going to be up to a Sri Lankan. Oh, it's not. He had looked so good, but Nurse has got one through him.
He's turning out to be the hero of the final. Ashinas, a 40 ball 97, and given the ball, he gets rid of a very dangerous Chamara Kapugedara, who looked good for that 30 or 15 balls. And the strikers lose another. Kapugedara departs for 30. It's 77 for 3.
Asela Gunaratne. Strike rate, very impressive, but he's going to need a significant contribution as far as runs tally goes, because they're a long way off here and the required rate is nearly at 17. This turned.
So the wicket now starting to grip a bit, slower going through the air, it's doing a little bit, and Nurse is putting everything right today.
There's a shout, there's a shout. Robin Uthappa is very, very confident. There was a noise, but he's not going to call wide, even though Uthappa's taken that down the leg side.
Well, this is very interesting. Yeah, did it come off his forearm there? I think it might have come off his forearm, because it is not called a wide, so it might have had to hit somewhere. But Robin Uthappa was very interested. 77 for 3. Walson and Peterson both out for 17. Kapugedara getting into runs today.
You just feel that it's going to be up to the captain here, Yuvraj. He's just 9 of 7. We haven't seen the fireworks that he can produce. And that'll just be a single. It's almost as if he's trying to find his range here. The big left-hander. If he does find his range, be careful. There is no total big enough.
The wicket's starting to turn, it's starting to grip a little. And the strikers, they have 3 spinners, 3 left-armers. But a left-armer ball into Yuvraj, you've got danger.
Third day that we're using this pitch. you would expect that with the hot weather around that the surface would dry out and start to offer something for the spinners, but there's also been dew that has fallen on various nights, which has led to the ball skipping on and batters enjoying batting under the lights. But this has been a very different New York Superstar Strikers team here with bat in hand. Normally so free-flowing, no one has been able to keep them quiet, but here they just haven't been able to get a move on. Looped and over and four. Fingertip stuff.
Well, this is the only thing that Ashley Nurse has not done right today. Holding on to that catch. Maybe that jump, the timing might have just been off a little. Vipul Sharma might have felt that he had his second wicket. That jump, I think, came in a little too late. Just a second too late.
Gee, you drive a hard bargain. He was climbing the ladder there.
बार-बार डालते रही ना. ले. राजेश, पीछे चले जाओ. ये लाइन.
Just finding fielders. When they do find the middle of the bat, you can hit it straight to fielders.
It's not going the striker's way. This is the previous delivery. Gunaratne just managing to clear Nurse. But at the moment, things are not going the striker's way.
सही है bro.
Need a couple of boundaries here just to get them up. Oh, he didn't want it. He just didn't want it. A boundary to end the 10th. 86 for 3.
Well, that was quite interesting, isn't it? So Gunaratne gave it a whack. And Vipul Sharma said, no thank you. I've ended my cricketing days. I don't want to get an injury.
I think it was self-preservation, really. He lost it. The nice thing is that there were smiles all round. He's probably saying, look, you stand here and catch that. I'm not doing it. I mean, we have a good giggle up here, but that ball travels at such pace back at him. I mean, it's almost a natural reaction to go away from the ball rather than to go at it.
बस थोड़ा नहीं, ज़्यादा हो गया. ले ले. Stop. तू भी आ जा. Line से.
I'm with you. Here we go. This is better. This is better.
They need a lot more of those. That required run rate is almost 19. This time, Gunaratne got enough on that to get it over.
He gets such a lovely shape on the ball, Ashley Nurse. I mean, he's the one spinner that's getting the ball to bite and turn in the pitch.
That was the 6 of the previous delivery.
Outside the line. The left armers tend to bowl the ball a little bit flatter and it's not gripping as much, but for Nurse, he's giving it some air. And the seam is in a lovely position, the traditional off-spinner's position.
Nicely, boy.
Well, he's cantering into the player of the match performance at the moment, Ashley Nurse. I mean, what an innings, 97. He's gone for just 12 runs here. He's nearly completed 2 overs. That will be 4. And that will conclude the 11th. 97 for 3. Well below where they're meant to be. The worms nowhere near each other. It needs a Yuvraj Singh masterclass. He needs to roll back the years here, Yuvraj. As the left-hander, surely he can take on the left arm spin. No ground is big enough for this man if he nails it. This has gone square. There's the first boundary. But he needs to clear them. The 100 comes up.
They need a big over here. They definitely need a big over. And Yuvraj Singh will target Chaturanga De Silva because it's turning into him. And he will be looking at that long on and mid-wicket area throughout this over.
Yuvraj needs to visualize Stuart Broad at the Wanderers all those years ago when he pasted the England fast bowler, the England legend, for 6 sixes in a row. It's something like that that's required, because the run rate required is 21. 21 and over. The men inside the 30-yard circle are right on the edge. They're not even bothered about saving ones. This man can strike it though. He is a dynamic cricketer.
He's a powerful hitter. And he's got some wonderful innings for Sri Lanka when he was playing for the national side. He'll bring all that back into play this time. Picks on Chaturanga De Silva.
No golf swing there, was it? It was just a little lop.
Angie.
Just a few minor adjustments to the field. Short third is brought even finer. That's for the old outside edge. Gunaratne's innings has come to an abrupt halt as Chaturanga De Silva takes the Rajasthan Kings even closer to that trophy.
He had to go for it. He was trying to go inside out, but Chaturanga De Silva was dead straight, and that one didn't turn, and it just went on, and Asila Gunaratne has to make that walk back. He departs for 24. It's 108 for 4.
Dan Christian, the Australian, on the winning side so often in the various tournaments that he's played on around the world. Good strike rate here at the Legends Cricket Trophy, but he hasn't got the runs he would have liked to have got. And that's probably because he hasn't had the opportunity. He does now. Here's the wicket of Gunaratne. Does straighten a little bit, just a touch. Still Colin de Grandhomme to come, Isuru Udana, so there's still some power. But if they do get over the line here, the strikers, it is going to be fun. Big shout from both, but he's a long way down, and generally umpires don't like the look of that.
One easy.
Christian is away with a single. He nicks the strike away from his skipper. 72 balls gone. There is just 3 overs remaining. 109 for 4.
Jack. Jack.
That's where the game is at the moment. 71 runs of 18 balls. That is a tough ask for the New York superstar strikers. That is not easy. That is a uphill climb. Well, the spinners have come to the party. They bowl well here. They bowl a lot of dots. There's a bit of grip on the surface. It's not really coming on to the bat as easily as they would have expected. And singles won't hurt the Rajasthan Kings, I'll tell you, John. They need sixes, they need fours. I mean, they're looking at 23 runs and over, so what are we talking? 4 runs almost every ball.
You got to swing. You got to swing at every delivery now. Christian's just got himself off the mark. He's had a quick look. He can't afford more than a 1 ball, really, to have a look. So...
See, they got... The thing is, they got batting. There's also... They do have Colin de Grandhomme, who has not really been required to either bat or bowl here. So they got the muscle, batting muscle, but it's just that that muscle hasn't kicked on. So Walton and Peterson didn't really get them off to the type of start they wanted. Kapugedra threatened, Gunaratne threatened. Yuvraj is struggling, 16 of 11. When I say struggling, he's not moving as fluently or freely as he would have liked. So these are the issues, I think, that are facing the New York superstar strikers. Down the ground, Angelo Pereira should cut it off. He doesn't take the single. Now, I can understand that. Left arm spinner spinning back.
I like that from the bowler. Just mixed it up a touch, and Uthappa just adjusting the field. He's hit it out to deep cow corner. Oh, a diving effort, and there's 4 fielders. In such a close space here, from long on to deep mid wicket, there are 4 fielders in this area, which is quite unbelievable, really.
See, they're covering that area because they know that's Yuvraj's scoring zone. That's a good effort. What I don't understand is Yuvraj Singh is not even taking a single. Now, there have been 2 dots and a single of the first ball, so he has to go big here. He has to be scoring 6s here. That's a wide. That's a wide.
So what they've done cleverly here with the field setting is the long on, long off, very straight, and then they've got 3 fielders between square leg and long on. Very precise in what they've done.
Now, that is what he wanted, and that is what he gets. Now, he needs a few of those. That is a very good hit by Yuvraj Singh.
Just needs something to click here, and that's the start of it. Can that be the start of many, many more? The arm ball, it's a full delivery, but he manages to get underneath it enough and sails way over the boundary.
Down the ground. This will be 4. Oh, it's 6. It is 6. Now, he's got 2 sixers. Can he finish off with a flourish? Another one.
Well, this is the man that had Stuart Broad for 6 sixes on that night at Kingsmead in Durban. And he's got 2 in a row here. 57 off 13 needed.
Last ball of the over. Oh, another one. That's huge. Will this be caught by the crowd? I think he caught it. Caught it. He's won 100,000. He's won 100,000. They're celebrating. He caught it. That's brilliant work. Look at the celebration. 129 for 4. Well, I'll tell you what. They will. That's the batting power play. Now there were 3 sixers in the over, John.
We said when he gets going, he just needs something to click, and that was a fair shot to get him going, and then he flat batted one, just carried the rope for the second 6, and then 3 sixes, the biggest of the lot. And this was the moment the catch was taken in the deep. That last one It's one of the biggest we've seen all tournament long. Having a look at the rebound, there he was. He took the rebound. He just was there to clean up afterwards. Someone knocked it on for him.
They'll be sharing it, and I'll tell you what, there will be a bigger celebration in the crowd for catching that than Yuvraj Singh's sixes.
It's interesting. Now he's got a few friends now, it seems. Made a few quick friends.
Yeah. Right now, what's happening here? I think the batting power play is on, so they're not bowling Chaturanga Dismissal, right? Right. Now they're discussing how to share the money. Right. They are, I think, planning. They got big plans for the evening, John. Shall we join them?
We thought she had no plans for the evening, and now shake things up a little bit. Might be hitting the town for a night out with your mates. Good catch. Lovely moment for him. Not the spectators. Wonder if there's another catch now, Roshan.
Yes, they would love to have another one coming their way. They can collect a few. Oh yes, there goes the celebration. There goes the celebration. They are elated.
So back to the action. There's lots to do here. 51 of 2 overs, 12 balls. And this is the batting power play. So there's a fielding restriction in place now. 3 fielders are allowed out. So the man on strike with Yuvraj hitting 3 sixes in a row is Dan Christian for the start of the penultimate over. Goni is the man who has been chosen. Long on, deep mid-wicket, deep cover.
All right. Now, what do they require? 51 of 12. 51 of 12, and this is the batting power play. 3 fielders outside the circle. And this is hit down the ground. It is gone all the way. 1 bounce for 4. For a moment I thought it's gone the distance. It was not, but good start to the over.
Okay, so the last 4 balls have gone 6, 6, 6, and now a 4. So what they are doing is giving themselves an opportunity here now. 22 runs off the last 4 balls. This is just what they need. 2 very experienced players out there. Dan Christian's won many a T20 league around the world. So now there's a big change. Cover comes up, and the extra man goes back straight. So long off, long on, and deep mid-wicket.
47 of 11. What's happening? What is happening here? I don't think it's the side screen. I didn't see anybody moving behind the side screen. All right. So there are a few running, but I don't think that was the reason. So it's been the music. So there are quite a few people that have turned up, which is quite good for the final. So 47 runs of 11 balls. That's the target. Through for 4. Great shot. Dan Christian giving himself just a bit of room. The improvisation was on. Boundary of the next ball.
Now what he's done, they've got a lot more leg side fielders, so he stood outside leg stump, enticing the bowler to bowl at the stumps, which he did, and he carves it through. Now he's not sure what field to have. He wants a cover fielder back. Now they're putting a deep point back, so someone has to come up now. Looks like long on is being brought up, so he wasn't too comfortable with that field setting there for that last delivery. Dan Christian, where's he going next?
The equation is they need a boundary or a 6 of every ball. What will he do here? That's what he does. Only a single. He'll be disappointed. You could hear the grunt. You could hear that grunt. And Christian knew that he needed a boundary.
I think he tried to just hit it more behind square, run it off the face, and he's upset with himself, and he's a top performer in these sort of situations, and that's why he's upset with himself. But now the skipper, 34 of 16, striking at a 212 strike rate. Everyone's got to go out the ground here from now on.
Now, if they get 3 sixes here, of the next 3 balls, they'll be up to 156, which means they'll be down to 24 runs on the last over. Still, a very, very big mountain. Now, fielders have been moved around. Third comes into the boundary, long off, long on in, but long off on the boundary. He will look to bowl wide to the stumps. Look at where Yuvraj is. Yuvraj is batting almost on his off stump. He's batting, to me, maybe outside or almost on the off stump. He's just trying to cover that line there. Oh, 6. He made Ghani bowl to him. That stance made him bowl to him because he's covered the off stump for John. So he worked the angle brilliantly.
Yeah, the bowler needed to go full and wide here. That's what he wanted Ghani to do. With the leg side field up, he couldn't get straight and he got a bit greedy, Ghani, and he went for the stumps. He needed to go full and wide and he didn't hold his nerve in that pressure situation. So now, very, very interesting. Yuvraj has hit 4 sixes on the trot. The last 4 balls he's faced. This is getting a little bit worrying here for the Kings. This is not done yet.
He's still on that off stump. Nobody on the leg side boundary. Where would Ghani go? This time, over extra cover. Has it gone all the way? 1 bounce for 4. 2 bounces, in fact. Yuvraj would have liked a 6. Now the requirement is 32 off 7. Well, this is turning out to be a real game. Real pressure cooker.
Just finding a way. He is finding a way. Previous ball, he knew he had to go wide, so he was expecting it just inside that wide line. He is just striking. Look at this. There's some hope in that dugout right now. There is.
Now the third comes into the 30-yard circle. Extra cover goes out. Yuvraj is rolling back his ears. He's 44 of 18 balls, and what an innings he's played here. He's thrilled this crowd. Last ball of the over. This time, 4 to third man. So how many runs did he get? He got 23 runs in the over, but look at what they want of the last 6, 28. New York strikers 152 for 4. Right now they are down to 28 of 6 balls. Take a look at that last boundary. Just gave himself a bit of room. He was looking to glide it behind third man, with third coming into the circle, and did it perfectly. Parwinder Awana. He has the responsibility of bowling the last over. Dan Christian will be the man on strike. What do you reckon, John? 28 of 6. It will have to be from one. It will have to be him. I'm not sure whether there will be chances for any singles here.
Yeah, that's it. Who do you want on strike here? Christian can't just turn over strike here, because then there's so much to do for the last 5 balls. The thing is, Yuvraj Singh's got 32 runs off the last 6 balls that he's faced. That is quite amazing.
48 of 19 balls. He's got 3 men on the leg side boundary, 2 on the offside boundary, third inside the circle, short fine leg inside the circle. 28 of 6. They need a good start. The New York superstar strikers here. Dan Christian, what will he do? Oh, well done, well done. Run out, run out. Well, I think Dan Christian sacrificed himself. Awana did brilliantly, got a boot. Yuvraj was running anyway. Rajasthan have struck gold of the very first ball.
It's a really good delivery, really full and straight, and Christian making sure that they crossed so that Yuvraj would be on strike there. But a wonderful delivery, a good piece of footwork as well. Ends the innings of Dan Christian. He's gone for 11 strikers, 152 for 5.
So now it's Yuvraj's opportunity now. Looking at the way he's been doing it, the last few deliveries, 4 sixers and a boundary. Well, of the 5 balls left, that will do it. Calling the ground home. I don't think Yuvraj Singh will want him facing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yuvraj got hit every shot over that boundary now. But this is another look, a good angle here to see that little bit of footwork. The left boot just got something on it and stopped it, and Dan Christian made sure that the pair crossed. So good cricketing awareness, even though in his dismissal he was aware to that situation who needed to be on strike.
The ground home will be at the non-strikers end, but all eyes on this man, the captain of the New York Superstar Strikers. He's on strike. He's made 48 of 19. He's left with 5 balls to get 28 runs. Can he do it? He's on 48 and he hits it. That's 6. That is 50 for Yuvraj Singh. He's making it look very, very easy indeed. It's down to 22 of 4.
There's no one cooler in the entire stadium than that man in picture right now. So relaxed. He just knows. He knows his zones. And that's what's earned him a reputation that he's built up over the years of a world-class performer. Turning it on. It's still on here for the strikers.
What a cricketer. What an outstanding cricketer this man is. Batting on the off stump. What will he do? Down the ground. How far has it gone? Only a single. So that, I think, should settle the issue. They haven't got a single. So they're down to 22 of 3. Now that is becoming a near impossibility. Now this is Yuvraj Singh.
He started off facing a lot of spin. Took a while to get going. He lost a lot of partners on the opposite end. And now he's turned it on at the end. But is it too late for his team? They need something extras here.
Another one. Another one. This time might be taken in the deep. It is taken in the deep. Yuvraj Singh has to go. I think the requirement was too steep. But what an innings. This crowd will remember it. This is one of the finest innings we have seen in this tournament. Yuvraj Singh, 54 of 24 balls, tried hard and very nearly did the impossible.
So a really wonderful hand has come to an end. Bounced out. Well caught in the boundary. Yuvraj was looking for the slot ball and he changed it up well. Awana, he took 4 wickets in the opening game of this tournament and he's having some good memories here as well. He's knocked over the big gun. Yuvraj Singh goes for 54 of 22 deliveries. Strikers 158 for 6.
What a performer. What a champion. Yuvraj Singh. In his playing days, he was a match winner. He's turned many a game on its head, has played some outstanding knocks, and yet again his one final innings he did make it count. 54 of 22 balls, and they're down to the last 2. They need 22 runs of the last 2. Isuru Udana is the batter on strike. Avana has been good. He's held his nerve. He's bowled 2 deliveries where he's got a wicket, a dot and another wicket. Just a 6 conceded. Just a single. Yuvraj Singh was looking to clear the boundary.
Short ball. He was not expecting that. He had all the fielders out on the leg side, so he had plenty of protection. Yuvraj did not quite get everything of that. Only a couple of meters away from being another maximum. But really, Awana has been clinical in some really tough conditions. Ball has been flying to all corners and he's held his nerve brilliantly.
That was very clever bowling. Really clever bowling. Right. De Grond home on strike for the last ball. And he finds the fielder, and that concludes the Legends Cricket Trophy with the Rajasthan Kings winning it by 20 runs. The captain Robin Uthappa was cool as a cucumber when every batter, particularly Yuvraj Singh, was going after the bowling. He did control his bowlers well. He did a very fine job as captain, and eventually the Rajasthan Kings winning by 20 runs. Congratulations to them.
What a wonderful tournament it's been. Legends Cricket Trophy 2024, memorable. We've seen so many tight games, some brilliant performances, and none more so from Robin Uthappa, who has played brilliantly this whole tournament. And Awana, lovely for him as well. You mentioned he got the bowler of the match in the first game of the tournament, a forfer, and he has done well. Goni as well. Every player has stood up and stood tall, particularly in this final when the much favoured strikers A lot of people were banking on them really coming home and taking the trophy home with them, but brilliant performance from the Rajasthan Kings. They win, you'd say comfortably. It wasn't very comfortable, 20 runs.
It was a close contest, but I thought the Rajasthan Kings really held their nerve. Their bowlers were very good. They bowled some very good dot balls at critical times, and wickets were taken, and eventually they can celebrate. And why not? New York superstar strikers looked the better side out of the two. They looked more balanced. They had more batting power or the muscle power.
Champion! Yeah!
Right, and he can definitely celebrate, because that wicket of Yuvraj Singh, a little bit late, but still it was a wicket that had so much of value. Outstanding work by the Rajasthan Kings, winning by 20 runs. And winning the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024.
So a lot of handshakes and appreciation. He says, we are the champions. That's what Awana was shouting there as he leaves the field. We are the champions. And absolutely brilliant performance. They were inserted. Yuvraj Singh at the start of the game, inserted, batting first, and Robin Uthappa said, are we comfortable doing that? Getting runs on the board in big games, we are very well set for that.
Here is the moment. This is the moment. This is how they celebrated. As that last ball was a dot, they just couldn't get through the field, and they just couldn't hold back. They ran into the field again. They were celebrating. It was a big win. The entire dugout was out there celebrating with the team. And why not? Look at him, we are the champions. And he means it, and he can celebrate it. Right, let's take a look at the batting card. New York strikers ending on 159 for 6. They tried hard, looking to overhaul that 180.
Yuvraj, 54 of 22. Really wonderful effort from him and Kabagedra and Gunaratne. All got in, couldn't quite take it on. A little bit disappointing. That opening pair on this occasion did not fire. Walton and Peterson a little bit slow at the blocks today, and in the end it cost them, really. I think that first power play they struggled, but on the other hand the Rajasthan Kings, the new ball bowlers, did a wonderful job, and they never really looked in control in this chase. They needed 13 plus and over throughout the innings, and eventually they closed them out to win it.
Right, let's take a look at the bowling. Goni went at 12, but Awana was very good. He was going at less than 9 runs and over. Bipul bowled 12 balls for 12, and then Nurse was good as well. He went at 8 runs off those 12 balls he bowled. So that was a good effort. A wicket each, but it was a combined effort. Chaturanga de Silva too, taking an important wicket, though he went at 12 runs. Let's show you how this game ended. The final of the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024, New York Rajasthan Kings winning by 20 runs, beating the New York superstar strikers. The Rajasthan Kings made 179 for 4. Ashley Nurse was the standout performer. Masakadza did helping, and Nurse I thought was very unfortunate, on the verge of 100, out for 97. Uthappa went early. Taylor was very good, and so was Pradeep. And in reply, the New York superstar strikers struggled at the top, but Yuvraj Singh tried hard. 54 of 22, Kapugedra 30 of 15, Gunaratne 24 of 13, and Walton 17 of 15. They all tried. Yuvraj Singh, really, it was a lone hand. As far as bowling was concerned, it was the spinners. Bipul was good, so was Nurse. De Silva had an important wicket, and Awana, what a spell he had. 18 balls for just 26 runs and a wicket, and that last important over. Rajasthan Kings crowned the champions of the Legends Cricket Trophy 2024. So magnificent piece of cricket we've seen here. Right, we do have an interview here. Let's go across and join Shafali, and let's see whom she has.
I'm alongside the captain of the winning team, the Rajasthan Kings, Robin Uthappa. Robin, I remember the last time you played New York Strikers, you lost that game, but today it felt like you were there to win the game because this was an important one. What was the mindset that you entered the game into?
Well, you know, obviously a final, so it's an important game, but you stick to the basics, you do everything right, you want to get off to a good start. They put us into bat, so it was pretty clear that, if we put up a good total on this wicket, maybe there's a chance for us with our spinners coming into play because if there's wear and tear on the wicket, because it's the third day in a row that they're playing on the same wicket. So we felt maybe we'd have a little bit of help. I wanted to bat first as well after winning the toss, but we lost the toss, we put into bat, so I was very happy with that.
But that came into your favor?
It did, and the wicket actually wore on, and it was really helpful to the spinners. And I think credit to our fast bowlers. I thought we bowled the first 4 overs really well. Goni and Avana bowled those first 4 overs really well, set us up really well and put pressure on them. And Jakati getting that important wicket for us, and it was just smooth sailing from there.
Tell me, how important is it to put up such a big total on the board in the game when you are there in the final match of the tournament?
So it's clearly a high pressure game, so you want to put up as much as you can, and the higher the better. And thought process was when you get a high score, you're always putting the opposition under a little bit of pressure, and they have to get off to a good start, they have to get runs, you got to keep the pressure on, so that's not easy to do when you're chasing down a score. You need to and you saw Yuvraj almost kind of conducted a master class for us
right.
And I think Ashley's innings was a turning point for us, kind of put their score a little out of reach for them.
What are you going to miss about this tournament?
Well, just the place. I love Sri Lanka. It's my first time here after about 21 years, and I've really enjoyed the people. I've enjoyed playing here with my friends who have played with for all of my childhood. So it's been a fantastic experience, and very grateful for it.
I hope you come back soon. We'll see you super soon back in the 3rd season of the Legends Cricket Trophy, and I wish you congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And I want you to go now and enjoy and celebrate with your
Thank you
team.
very much.
Congratulations once again, Robin.
Right, no doubt, Robin Uthappa, he's a very happy man, and good to know that they've all enjoyed the tournament and enjoyed the country and enjoyed the atmosphere and the hospitality. Let's show you how their innings ended.
They're a bit slow out the blocks, as we've mentioned before. Walton, Peterson, really slow in that first power play. That was pretty disappointing compared to what they've been doing this entire tournament. Really well bowled by Jakati and Bipul. And then Yuvraj Singh came in late, didn't face too many balls initially when Kabagedra and Gunaratne was trying to unleash and try and get them over the line. A run out at the end. Awana, the start of the final over, was impressive. And Awana closed out the over in the end to comfortably win by 20 runs. He was under pressure after going for a 6 in his second delivery. But then he came back and did a wonderful job and closed out the game for his team.
Right, 159 for 6. Let's take a look at the bowling of the Rajasthan Kings. Well, they did the spinners did a very good job. Look at the economy rates. Avana very good under pressure in that last over. Bipul was good as well. 12 balls, 12 runs and a wicket. Chaturanga de Silva got an important wicket, and Nurse, I thought, had that important breakthrough of Kapagedra. So good effort by the Rajasthan Kings. Right, let's show you the highlights of the New York Superstars strikers innings as they tried to overhaul the target of 179 or 180.
So as they went out, Peterson and Walton said about their business. That was a catch, they thought. But he put it down as he hit the ground and had a sharp at the stumps and didn't work out for the Kings. And they thought, what could have been? They bowled well. The opening pair really bowled well. Goni and Awana set the tone very well, I thought. And then the spinners, Jakati did the trick. He dismissed the big wicket. Walton, and shortly thereafter, the very next over, Peterson hauled out to mid-off. Caught Awana in the action again. Bipul was the bowler on this occasion. Kabagedra came in and he tried to fight as hard as he could. He scored 30 or 15 deliveries with some really impressive strokes. I love that shot he plays over extra cover. A real trademark stroke. But Ashley Nurse, he ripped one. That was an absolute cracker. He was in the runs early on this evening, and this time he bowled an absolute jaffa. Thereafter, they kept trying to push on, trying to get these runs. They were struggling, always behind on the rate, always felt like they had too much to do. But then Yuvraj Singh arrived at the crease and had willing partners along the way. That was the wicket. Gunaratne, a big one, I thought. Another effort put down, slightly good effort though, Yuvraj Singh, and this is when he started to find his range. He had 3 sixes in a row, First that one, and then a flat shot straight over the bowler, and then this was the biggest of the lot. Right on the banks, and this is the one that was caught by the fan. What a moment for him, earning some extra money for the week ahead. A lovely moment. Dan Christian did his best in a tough situation. A couple of boundaries in the penultimate over, which was pretty decent. So Goni was the penultimate over, and that was the first ball of the last over. Dan Christian run out, brought Yuvraj Singh onto strike. And they thought it could still happen. They thought it was possible. The first ball he faced in the over went for 6, but then a good, well-directed bouncer, and Yuvraj Singh was caught in the deep.
And this was the end, as the dot ball was bowled, and then New York's strikers losing by 20 runs. And what a win for the Rajasthan Kings. 179 for 4 is what they got, with Nurse making 97, Masakadza 56, and in play the New York superstar strikers made 159 for 6. Yuvraj Singh, what an innings, 54 of 22, but very little support from the rest of the bowlers, with all the spinners coming in to play. So Rajasthan Kings winning by 20 runs and the championship of the Legends Cricket Trophy. We're going to take a short break, and when you come back, we'll have the post-match presentation with Alan Wilkins.
Our gratitude to all the match officials and the umpires panel. At that stage, cut away from me because I have to change my pages. So just go to another camera, okay? So when I say match officials and the umpires panel, okay? Thank you. When I finish on that match officials, I'll hand this to you. Okay? Just come in. When I say a match of these, you're going to cut away from me. I'll just do that. Ready here?
Rajasthan Kings winning the Legends Cricket Trophy by 20 runs, the Legends Cricket Trophy of 2024. With 179 for 4, and New York superstar strikers been restricted to 159 for 6. Right, we are almost ready with the post-match presentation. Alan Wilkins is out there. Let's go across and join him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Magic Win Sports Legends Cricket Trophy Season 2 post-match presentation, and a resounding applause and a warm welcome to the thrilling culmination of what has been a wonderful, electrifying tournament here in Pallekele. We're deeply grateful to our partners whose unyielding support has propelled this event to soaring heights. So please, if you'd applaud with me, Magic Win Sports, ARC Developers, Bally's Entertainment, N7 Real Estate and Yeti, and to Star Sports, our broadcast partner.
A heartfelt thank you as well goes out to the dedicated ground staff whose hard work has ensured the smooth running of this tournament. The pitches have been superb all the way through this tournament. And let's express our gratitude as well to the match officials and the umpires panel. Now, moving on to the match awards. The Magic Wins Sports Player of the Match, a check for $500 will be presented by Mr. Ashwani Kumar of the Legends Cricket Trophy and given to Ashley Nurse for his blistering 97 of just 41 balls. Ashley Nurse is the Magic Wins Sports Player of the Match in the final. 97 from 41 balls from Ashley Nurse. Our next award is the Electric Wicket Award, and again another check for $500. We're delighted to welcome on stage two well-known celebrated actresses, Elnaz Norouzi and Rupali Ganguly. And they will present the award for the Electric Wicket Award to Parvinder Awana. Parvinder, who bowled well at the death there, with some calm bowling in the end. The Maximum Sixes Award, again a check for $500, will be presented by Mr. Rohit Bhauri, team owner of the Rajasthan Kings. If he can stop smiling for a moment and give to Ashley Nurse the Maximum Sixes Award for 6 enormous sixes. So Ashley Nurse from the West Indies has had a wonderful evening, igniting the Rajasthan Kings and their batting. Now we'd like to ask the winning captain, and what a tournament he's had, Robin Uthappa, to collect the Legends Cricket Trophy from Mr. Johnny Pereira, Vice President of International Marketing for Bally's Entertainment. Robin, come up on stage and please collect the Legends Cricket Trophy. And Rajasthan Kings are the champions. Well, Robin Uthappa has joined his team for the fireworks and the presentation.
Catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it! Catch it, catch it, catch it! Ball, 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 ball! Ball. ठीक है There, bro, there! Yes! Oh, yeah! निकाल